are back. Anywhere you are joining us, make sure you share it. Share it. Our Minister of Information and others on Twitter. We need to bring them in now, right now. So get ready.
Fighting to protect and defend Biafra land. Without these armed groups fighting to defend Biafra land, all of you would have been long gone because Fulani terrorists would have used your heads to eat pounded yam and pepper soup. So we salute the existence of these gallant men and women in the bushes, and we say may Chukwokike continue to enrich them and to give them more wisdom and understanding on how to defend Biafra land to the very last day. It is quite shocking that our PM just showed us a small site, a cross section, or whether a subsection, or how will I even call it? That small video where PM show one Nigeria, you know, even reach, you know, reach 1/4 of what our men are. No, you know, reach. Oh, na very small pim pim, na pim 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 pim. Just like when you carry whistle put for mouth, do pim 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 pim, so that people wait there for road go know say somebody is coming. Like when you are going on a bicycle, or maybe that time where we they sell ice cream, where we go rent ice cream for people where they manufacture ice cream, where they put for nylon bag they sell waterproof. We'll go count those things, collect from people where they make them, put them for cooler, put them for on top bicycle front or wheelbarrow. We they go. We go buy this thing where we go press. You go to do pim 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 pim. So when you press that thing like this, the thing go make pim pim, so that somebody will clear from the road. So the video where our PM of BLA and ESN was just a pim 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 video. But they just show small so that they go know waiting they go face and what has been happening to them inside our bushes and forests. As they just see this video finish, everybody, no be you say everybody now, everything went quiet. What happened? Why? Because since yesterday evening, can't reach this morning, can't reach afternoon, can't reach night, depending on everybody time now. Everywhere just they quiet. What happened? Why are they quiet? People that are supposed to have flooded the internet and then write all sort of junks and then tell us what we should do and what we have not been doing, we ended up saying that they are helping us to share the video. We did not see Channels Television, we did not see Arise TV, we did not see NTA, we did not see AIT. Anyway, AIT, they don't dismantle their office for River State. Maybe because they carry our news these days, small. Maybe I make the same, they flog them small for River State. After all, they were working for one Nigeria before, so if they come flog them some more now, maybe they want them to come and pay tax where they never pay. So we just get surprised, so because in the restoration mandate now, they are supposed to be warming up, doing press up against tomorrow that is already failed. Because the tomorrow of the restoration mandate is already a failed one. But I had expected to see them surface on the space, make the noise that they have been making from when they were waiting for the tribunal jurisdiction. Tomorrow being the D-Day now, all of them enter bush. What is going on? Is it the fear of BLA that has become the beginning of wisdom to everything in the Zoological Republic? Because I've also come to understand that 95% of the people that normally occupy the space of the obedient, talking about one Nigeria on space, they are not even habitable in Nigeria. 95% of them, they are in abroad, like us that are in abroad fighting liberation in exile. So when they now push the bingos that only have Facebook data that they will subscribe to them from abroad, They will subscribe data to them from abroad, and then they will use it just for few minutes or hours. When it's gone, it's gone. Before they can subscribe to them again is when they send them some more money from abroad again. Niger started a coup, and they sustained it, and then they got results, right? Gabon came and started a coup. They sustained it, and then they had results. Now, Mali also started a coup. They sustained it, and then they had results. I want us to connect some dots. Mali started this their coup in August 2020, and they sustained it, and then they had results. But one Nigerian youth, they started their own in far December. And the far December that they had their own of 2020, far December of 2020, they could not do anything with it. People that did their own in August 2020, they had results. Because when they went to do their own at Legi Toll Gate, it was a party ground, it was a celebrity show, it was where we cook indomie and eat, it was where we barb air, it was where we were acting movies, it was where we were playing football, it was where we were doing show of the next upcoming artist. It was where we played the first music of the video. It was where we played the next music of a techno. It was where we played the next music of Two-Face Idibia. It was where P Square and his brother came to reunify again after they have had problems for some time. It was in the Lekki Toll Gate protests that turned to massacre that we got to understand that there were some upcoming artists that were already doing collabo with Don Jazzy, plus Two-Face, and plus a Techno, and plus a Fino. So all these people were just there, to go and do showy display and acting of dramas, while people that actually went to go and do something, they did something and then they had results, and then they have good records, and the records are there in the system. This is as far back as 2020. The Niger that you see here now started their own again in 2021. This Niger that just completed this coup of today now that everyone are talking about them. They started in March 2021 and they sustained it, but they could not finish it. They left it halfway. Mali now, that had done something in August 2022. In August 2020, they came back again in May 2021 to intensify it again. They did another one. Guinea Central, they did something in September 2021. Sudan now started something in October 2021. Burkina Faso, that you hear of, started something in January 2022, and they succeeded. Sudan came and started something again in April 2023, and they did not finish it. So when we now look at these morons calling themselves One Nigeria, we are asking a very pertinent question. Niger came back again after they had failed their attempt in March 2021. They now came back again in July 2023. And they stood their ground and then they succeeded. Sierra Leone started something in August 2023. And they could not complete it. They failed. Gabon now in August started something and then they succeeded. Now, what One Nigerian youth are doing is that they come to space, they sit down to discuss the chronology of the timeline of coups that has been carried out in Nigeria for the past 3 years. And when they are discussing it and giving kudos to countries and youth that have arisen to fight to liberate themselves, They are not putting themselves in those papers. They did not tell themselves that they actually started something and then they mesmerized it in 2020 of October, where our Onyendu was online sacrificing his precious and useful life and useful time and useful resources just to make sure that he emboldened these morons to see that these morons can be able to pick up from the debris of their lives. But they could not do anything because their eyes are fixed on chocolate, their eyes are fixed on Indomies, their eyes are fixed on BB Niger. Imagine that when some people were in Legito Gate, some were now projecting BB Niger to show you. Fulani is raping your mother and is killing your sister, is cutting the head of your child off. And then you see that another set of people have been accosted in Lagos, Kaduna highway by Fulani terrorists. And they line them up and they take them into the bush. And they are demanding for ransom. That is when you see a foolish existence going to go and open TV to say, I want to watch BB Niger show. I want to watch Nollywood movie. I want to watch the video first release. You go see them carry phone. They want to do TikTok to carry the people where they massacre for Legito Gate. They will use them take do TikTok. Use them take do comedy. Gabon military coup took place, and then instead of them to learn something from it and then think of what they could extract from there and then put in what they can be able to use to also do their own to come out successful. Do you know what they did? They used the Gabon coup now to turn to comedy. Everything they turn it to comedy. The same way they went to Legito Gate and they turned everything to comedy. While Fulani is counting the graves that they are going to use to slaughter all of them, they are dancing and preparing themselves for comedy. So, who really caused these people? Or what has really happened to them? Because if they actually come online and then they connect the dots, they get to think of the secrecy of consistency in fighting for freedom and seeing a way of having liberation. Then they would have a second thought of asking questions from all these African countries now that have done something. Now, when you now look, you see that Zambia is preparing their own coup, is loading. Zambia is preparing their own coup and it is loading. But what do you see from Nigerian youth? Nigerian youth are looking for visa to run to America. Some wants to run to UK, some to run to Europe. While we that are already in Europe and in America and UK, we are fighting for them to be free, telling them that the Europe and the America is not where life is everlasting. Because when you come, some of you will be washing the bum bum of a white man. You'll be washing the bum bum of a white woman. You'll be washing dishes. You'll be cleaning house for somebody. Whereas your papa house, where you build, it just stand there from here, go reach there for your village. And some of you, now you be first son. Now you go, they command everything. But when you come Europe, you go, they see first son, prince. And they wash one old woman panties just to be able to collect $20, 20 euros, 30 euros. Some of you are sleeping on the main road in Europe and in America and UK. When you come down to Nigeria, you do big boy. And you continue to deceive people that you are doing buga, buga, buga. You think that we are in abroad, then we decide to fight for this freedom to be, that we are silly. Was Mazi Nnamdi Kanu not doing well before he decided to fight for your freedom? Was he baking food to eat? No. He has his company where he employed the white-made swine, the white-made swines that have come to be deceiving your brains, that took you all as slaves to their own country, that comes to extract your oil and gas day in, day out, and every natural resources that is useful and is funding and feeding the existence of the West. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was employing the white swines Those are the people he was employing. He has a company. But he thought it wise that he cannot die and continue to be a slave, running away from his home for eternity. He decided that we must fight to free the generations unborn, because he was few months old when he saw the genocide of the Biafran people, meted upon them by one Nigerian government, supervised by Britain, America, Russia, Europe, and many other nations. Even as he did not understand much, but from what he was able to gather, he understood that that was a Holocaust, of which he would have been a victim of those that were also massacred. But God kept him for a reason. Is it our PM that you now want to talk about? His age is far away, just like me, from when the genocide happened. So I'm not even close to it. I'm not close to those years. But what has happened? The stories that we listen to, what our parents have told us and what we have read, does not allow us to remain foolish forever, because freedom is given. I don't know whether it is given in this your own time, because I never read any book where they say that the freedom is given to Africans. It can be given to the white swines, but in Africa, it is not given to you. So we only read that it is given maybe in some of the white places, because it was in Barbados or where I heard that they have signed papers and then they are ready to part ways. They give them their freedom, but that can never be spelled and pronounced in Africa. No, because the deposit of the natural resources which you all have in Africa is for the betterment of the West. Until when you are able to understand, that is when you continue to fight to make sure that you are free. We want to thank our PM for being the man that stands to make sure one Nigeria comes to their knee, for being the man to make sure the whole world reports and then speaks about Biafra. Now, because without him, the connection of the dots of all the African countries that are rising up to liberate themselves will not have come in. If MNK was kidnapped and then when Ejiofor came with DOS and lied to us that Oyendu said we should stop doing fundraising, we should stop funding ESN, that he said he does not want to hear film from any of the commanders. If we had stopped that time and then listened to them, by now, Oyendu would have rotted in jail. Nobody would remember his name again. Everybody will be doing normal with one Nigeria, because this is the trend that was made to be. This is how it has ever been. This is what was planned in 2015, and this was achieved, whereby MNK was inside. Everywhere went quiet until when we saw him, before we now came back to come and start from square zero again. If not for the gallant men and women that stood their ground to make sure Oyendu was smuggled out of Nigeria, how many of you will be talking about Oyendu today? How many of you will remember Oyendu today, or to even know whether he should be alive? No, nobody will remember him. So kudos to those men of old, and kudos to these men of today that are standing tall to make sure Biafra land is defended at all cost, because we have seen it. A super thanks to all the donors that you see: the Biafran Liberation Army, the Eastern Security Network, the Black Marine, the BNL, the BNG, and every other armed groups coming out looking good and doing the job that they are doing assiduously. It is because of the money that you are bringing out when we come to beg. You see, when we come out with Umuada, they say, Umuada, the beggars have come. And then our defense minister will take that name with joy. And Umuada will now start begging, begging, and then at the end of the day, you people will still give us grudgingly, and then we will collect. And then we buy the weapons, we sustain the army, and then they are able to safeguard our lands. It was because of a lady that was chopped to pieces with knives inside the bush by Fulani terrorists that made MNK to say enough is enough. Our Eastern Security Network must be launched. I don't know if some of you can remember that. That was where Onyendu could not take it anymore. So, you now understand the rage in us that boils inside out. It is not something that someone comes to give us as a present. No, it is something that we live with it. So we appreciate those that are making sure we have the funds. There are a lot of you that are making donations anonymously, that your identities are not out there. We appreciate you so much, and we are telling you that it is now than ever that we need those funds than before. So we need more funds, please. Do not stop, because as the enemies have seen our fitness, they will intend to intensify and to stand firm so that they can be able to confront us. And I tell you, we are ready, and we are ready, and the God of Biafra, He is with us. This is not the time of old. This is the time where Chukwukike had ordained, and the men that Chukwukike had put in place to come to be, they have come to do the needful. Men of steel and of valor, men that are never looking back, always going forward and never understanding what it means to go backward. That is the Agune Chamber 1 of Biafra land that you all know. So, grace to Jah, grace to the God of Biafra for giving us this blessing. This man, this Ikboki of Biafra, this Itiat of Biafra, this experimaristic experiment that has experimentized everyone. This Abakaliki man that they call him that has Abakalikalized every brain. Only small video now we give una about BLA, ESN. Everybody run enter bush. We know even here, even the Minister of Information of One Nigeria, we know see as they can't give us press release. We don't even see as Nigerian army can't give us press release. We don't even see as Nigerian police can't give us press release. The only thing where we see what they do, they can't say may they deploy police nationwide because of the rigging results and the manipulation and the shambles that they are going to do tomorrow in the tribunal, which has already showcased itself. You know, we wonder how people will understand that from 1900 to 1954, that there is no time that they had wanted an Easterner to be at the helms of affairs of one Nigeria. Earlier in 1930 something, Ahmadu Bello was to be hanged to death. It was our Igbo elite, our Ohanese politicians. They went and contributed money, and then they went and bailed the moron. Then coming down to 1960 or 63 thereabout, you now heard the same Ahmadu Bello tell you that if there is a job opportunity to be given to anybody, it should not be given to an Igbo man, not an Easterner, because he sees an Easterner as domineering, taking over. That if that job exists, it is better you give that job to a hired personnel from outside Nigeria. And if there is none, you can give it to any other person in Nigeria, but not from the Eastern region. Because when you give us the position, we will do what? We will try to civilize everything. So they never want you to be in position of authority, because they want everything to remain nomadic from the beginning to the end, so that they can be able to use the brains of everyone that exists. That is why even when Evans Enwerem was there, they did not allow him to even stay for a few months. They brought him down. They now brought Ayim Pius Ayim there. When he sat there as Senate president, how long did he last? When he wanted to continue the second tenure, he saw that in the first tenure, he had tried so much to unveil the corrupt practices under Obasanjo. And then it was about taking his life. He was compelled to go for second term. Ayim Pius Ayim said, I cannot go for second term because I had tried to put things in order in the first term, but my rivals who do not want corruption to end will not allow me. So going for a second term is like digging my grave. Do you now understand why Goodluck Jonathan was there for how many years and then he could not do anything? Do you now understand why they told our eternal leader, Dim Odumeku Ojukwu, to come and contest for presidency? And then he contested 3 consecutive times. 3 consecutive times in one Nigeria. How many years is that? Every year or every tenure will last for 4 years, right? So calculate it 3 consecutive times. That is about 12 years and about. So they wasted his time and then they destroyed his focus for 12 good years just to make sure they derail you from focus so that they will use that time to be deceiving and buying the heart of the Easterners back to one Nigerian contraption. And you will not have a say or know what to do because you will always be going on that mindset that, oh, our eternal leader that fought for our liberation is going to go and contest for presidency, so it will be a better chance. But on getting there, they deny him for 12 good years. Do you know what you can achieve within 12 good years if they had allowed you to focus on your freedom? Do you know the development that would have come into your places? There are countries that take only 2 or 3 years to develop places and then it becomes like paradise. So talk about 12 good years. If there is money given to us in the eastern region, will the Calabar port remain bad as it is now? Will the Bakassi port remain bad as it is now? Will all the oil wells in the eastern region remain as it is now? Will the international airport in the entirety of eastern region remain the way it is? Wouldn't there be railway constructed? For those of you that are in the West, how long does it take a railway to be constructed in the countries where you are? These are things you must understand, that the morons that are asking for restoration of mandate, the tomorrow that they are longing for have already failed. Because if they had done the foolish rigging of election, and then you spend all your time and your money, they killed many of you, and many of you lost your lives in the process, and your employment and your livelihood and everything that you had. And then they now gave you extra 3 or 4 months to come and be going to court and coming back, going to court and coming back. First of all, you should ask Obi and Atiku, the first court tribunal where una go when Buhari dey in power. Una don't decide that one finish. No, they never decide that one. That one case still dey court, they never decide that one. But Buhari don't finish in tenure, don't come out. But Atiku and Obi, they still get court case against Buhari. We don't serve government of one Nigeria finish, come out. Chai, this yochi. And then they still carry on go court again. I still follow them, they go. So please, our gathering here would have been to call on the youth of one Nigeria to act. But it is quite unfortunate that we don't even see the youth of one Nigeria anywhere. Because as they heard that police say they should send their personnel all over one Nigeria, they have already gone into their shells. Are these the people that want a new Nigeria? Are these the people that will liberate Nigeria? Is this how they are going to do their own protest or their own coup? Let us even talk about the coup self. Which of the countries that have carried out the coups with terrorists in their armies? Because from all the coups carried out, you see that it is the military personnel that led the coup. And these are indigenous personnel, volunteers of the country who have seen and bear the brunt of those countries. Just like when you listen to our gallant men of the Biafran Liberation Army and ESN, Black Marine, BNL, BNG, you listen to their accent of pronunciation with this English that they came to give us. Then you listen to how they speak the English. You understand that these are graduates. These are people that have gone to school. These are people that have learned trades. These are people that have nurtured themselves from nursery school to tertiary institutions. And they have only seen the bad and the backside of one Nigeria, who have bastardized their existence and their schools and their reasons of even calling themselves people that went to schools. So when they speak, you know that these are graduates. That what sings in them is freedom because they have bear the brunt of one Nigeria from their nursery school, some of them from their kindergarten. So when they are now fighting, they are fighting with the thing that is inside of them that is burning, 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 which you cannot quench it ordinarily. So going to look at the coup leaders, these African countries that have fought and that they have been able to put something on the table. Which of those coup military men are terrorists that are leading the coup for them? Because when you are now looking for people to be coming to do the coup for you in one Nigeria, maybe it is the one Nigerian army that is already infiltrated with over 70,000 and 75,000 Boko Haram terrorists. Is it not the Secretary of United Nations that came and said they should reintegrate all the Boko Haram terrorists back into this community and they should start from the security sectors? That is why they reintegrated them back into the army, the police, the civil defense, the navy, the army, and the air force, and everything. So are these the people that will now come to carry out coup for you to be free in one Nigeria? Hey! So maybe some of you are waiting after tomorrow. The Nigerian army or police or air force or navy will start a coup for you. Nisiochi. They cannot start coup for you because those sectors are already infiltrated with terrorists. Every volunteered military coup that is carried out are carried out by the indigenous people. Terrorists cannot come and carry coup for you to your own benefit. If they carry out the coup will be to their own conquest. And when you saw what happened in Afghanistan, you saw that it was to the conquest, and they took over. So is it Boko Haram that are all over in the security sectors of Nigeria that will come and carry coup for you? Or is it the Asawana group? Or is it the Ansari terrorist group? Or is it ISIS? Which one is coming to carry out the coup for you people in one Nigeria? The earlier you guys wake up, the better for you, because it is only Biafra that is our solution. What we want is for one Nigeria to be destroyed so that Biafran people can walk out a free nation. We want the coup in Niger to intensify, and every coup that is against the tyrannic government of the African Union, the West, those coups are in pari passu with the Biafran people. They are in cognizant with the Biafran people, and they are sitting on the same chair and shaking hands with the Biafran people. What are we saying? What we are saying is that we support every coup that will bring down the African Corrupt Union, that will bring down the ECOWAS body that is corrupt and destroying the lives of Africans. Because they are the ones signing documents and papers for everything that is happening to Africans to happen. So we want those coups to intensify in Gabon, the one in Zambia, let it start. The one in Mali should continue, Burkina Faso should continue, Sudan should be boiling, Niger should be boiling, Mali should be boiling. Everywhere should be boiling, Central Africa should be boiling, so that the central will be very weak to hold for the caliphate. So that those men that you saw yesterday surface in the video of our BLA and ESN will have a work to do in a very easy and service manner. This will make the work very easy for them. Above all, bring money, come give us, or visit our website, or drop all your tithe and offering, or stop going to go and drop your coins inside church, because all the money you drop in the church, it is to the richness of the pastors and the bishops, especially in one Nigeria. They use it to buy big cars. They use it to cook a pot of soup that will cost 1 million naira to their wives, and then they enjoy. Why you wear bedroom slippers to go to church, but you will make sure that you put tithe and offering that is up to 1,000 naira, because they will preach to you and tell you, if you don't sow this seed, your business will not work tomorrow. So because they have brainwashed you from 19 Jigigbo to this very day, you will be left in fear and you will run out to go and put the last coin that you had inside your pocket so that you will hope of your business to suffix tomorrow and to blossom. But when terrorist comes for your life, those people will enter the big car that they bought with your money that you paid tax and paid a tithe to them. They will zoom off while your heads will be cut off and hung on a spike by the Fulani terrorists, and they cannot help you. So, the only choice, the only tithe and offering that should be given should go to the Biafran liberation, where this Biafra Liberation Army, Eastern Security Network, and every armed groups fighting to the liberation of mankind will be able to utilize to the satisfaction of mankind. If we stop what we are doing, they will kill us all, and they will kill our women and children. That is why BLA ESN are doing no going back resilience. Because if they go back one iota, they will destroy us all. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is behind bars because he stood to defend mankind. He opened our eyes and told us what was to come and what they had planned, what we should do in order to truncate their plans. So as they don't want to hear the truth, same way that they cut off Gaddafi, same way that they cut off every other people that came out in Africa, same way that they cut off this other man in the Congo and Togo, is the way that they don't want to allow Africans to sprout to their freedom. But we have Akune Chemba, the finisher of our own time, that has come to finish what our fathers started. And we all have to give him all our support. That is what we ask, and that is what we plead in the name of Chukwu Okike Abiyama. He say. I applaud the media team, the engine house of the Biafran Republic government in exile, the mouthpiece of the people that keeps the media awoken, connected, keep them abreast with everything they need to know and educate and put them in order. Before the message drops, you have made it to go far. I applaud your synergy. I applaud your unity of purpose. I applaud your sacrifices. I applaud your time, your resources, and your money, and everything that you are doing. 24/7, you guys are there, making sure the message is going far and wide. Chukwu Okike will reward you all, and Biafra will come in your own time and in this very time that we are. So all our support goes to our PM so that they can do more. Remember, our fundraising comes up on Saturday. Every Saturday now we do fundraising. If we had the capacity of doing it every day, we would have done it. It's just that these criminal white swine-made people, they did not allow us the opportunity to know the secrecy or those machines that we use to print money. If they allowed us, we would have been printing this money every day to use it to buy whatever we want to buy, even if it will devalue the economy, as far as it will give us more weapons at our disposal to destroy the enemies of Biafra. We would have printed that money. And because we don't have it, that is why we want everybody to be bringing their tithe and offering so that we can achieve more. So do not forget our Eastern Security Network, Biafran Liberation Army, Biafran Gulf fundraising on Saturday. Every week. Flyer will be out by tomorrow, so it will go far and wide. Invite your friends and family. Call anyone you know. Tell them that in Nigeria, where we have dormant, that there are a set of people that are not dormant, that there are a set of people which God has given the freedom of mankind into their hands to liberate the entire Nigerian people. Yes. The freedom of the Nigerian people is in the hands of the Biafrans. This you must understand. And it is to this end that you see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu behind bars, so that the entire oppressed in one Nigeria will be free. They may not understand that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is behind bars because of all of them. They don't know. But with time, it will come very clear for them to know the reason why Oyendo is there. Dr. Mailafia was supposed to be a voice. Because of how useless the Christian Association of Nigeria is, when that man gave the intel and said the Christendoms should embark on a 2 weeks or 3 weeks sit-at-home protest, which will tell the tyranny government of one Nigeria that they understand their game and that they are up to stand against it. What did they do? Because Christian Association of Nigeria are controlled with money, they downplayed the message of Dr. Mailafia. So the enemies saw that he was in alone. They cut off his head. Biafran people are not backing down from our leader. And that is why we will continue to make the noise. We will continue to press every button until he is released. If he is not released before the given time, another civil disobedience will enter. Do not be dismayed about the civil disobedience because they are templates that are working for a series of things. It works to alert the international community. It works to show legitimacy of the government in exile. It works to also show your control of the entirety of Biafra land. It works to also show how you destroy the economy of one Nigeria, thereby showing the ripple effect in the international community. So anyone that says it does not know what is happening, you will be drawn to the GDP of one Nigeria. You will compare it and contrast what happened in the past 6 months, what happened in the past 1 year. Why is it deflecting instead of going up? So when you ask questions, mathematicians and statistics gatherers, they will come and tell you why. Because they will now go back and sit down and then look and say that the sit at home of these people cripples the economy with so percentage. And that is why the GDP has gone up and gone down. So this is why the production that is supposed to come out, the importation and exportation that is supposed to be going out and coming in from China is not coming in as before. Because 95% of these were being consumed by the Biafran people. It is the Biafran people that carries the economy of one Nigeria. So when we downplay all these things with civil disobedience, and you may think that it is not doing something, it is going down to the international community, and they feel it. That is why you check international medias now. They will be reporting about your Biafra in their different languages. This time, you don't even need them to do translation for you. They will be speaking in their different languages, and you will see Akune Chemba, one of Biafra land. You will see his face on their channels. They will be talking about Biafra because the ripple effect of what we are doing with the civil disobedience is showing up to their faces in their international offices. So we must continue because it is a just cause, and the Biafran Liberation Army is internationally recognized. To every emerging nations, you must have a defense military group that can show that you can defend your territory from invaders. That is why we have that template. So when one Nigeria are telling you you are not supposed to have a security network, when the red and brown envelope journalists of one Nigeria are telling you you are not supposed to front a security network, that it is an armed group, that they are causing havoc, tell them that they should go and read books and they should go and ask more questions about the part of journalism that they are doing. Whether it is the one that they write the script and give to them, or whether it is the one that they do with ethics and standards of journalism. Because one Nigeria, they lack merit in everything that they do. But like Onyendu said, you Biafrans are the journalists of today. Because those other people you see seated on channel television, NTA, AIT, they are only acting on the script that are given to them. That is why we stand to liberate the foolish people that call themselves Nigerians. Because if they were not foolish, it is now that every West African country is firing their shot, that all the youth of one Nigeria will have stood up and then fired the same way to break themselves from the slavery. But since they lack the balls, since there are no men to stand out like Mazi Simon Ekpa when MNK was kidnapped, since there are no men of steel and value, there are only men that love envelopes that are given to them by the Fulani terrorists. That is why they will continue in their jeopardy. While we do what? While we continue to liberate the Biafran people. So, I thank you all from here. Ben Chooks, you have the co-host. Eagle, you have the co-host. And I implore you guys to fire on. Ndewo Mochineke.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, our Honorable Minister. You have said it all. We can say that all the people working with the Biafran government in exile, they merited it. They are superpower, to be honest. They merited it. You see, Biafrans, we are the children of sacrifice. Our parents have sacrificed their life for us. So it is, if we can keep quiet again for us to be used by the evil vendors, it's going to be a very big shame to us. This is the time for everyone to wake up from your deep slumber. Yesterday, our PM just showed them just an iceberg of what is happening. I can see that they are keeping quiet does not mean that they don't know what to do. It shocked them. It really shocked them. And this is what we want. Now they will know that all those children, all those miscreants or online countries is no more online anymore. We really mean business. We have come to restore the kingdom of God on this earth. There's nothing more. There's nothing more. As everyone is giving his gas or her gas, are powering the engine, never give up. Never, never, never give up. I will give the mic to my co-host for him to just give us some word before we can be able to call other people to make their own input. Thank you so much. The Eagle, are you there?
Maybe receiving advice.
Oh, no. Okay. Before he finishes receiving the advice. Mazanyeka.
Yes, sir. I'm here, sir.
Okay, go on. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah. Yes, the BADS office, everything quiet. Why? Niger youth. Tomorrow, fair already. You see, what do you expect? You know, when you take, I love the way our prime minister is doing something. You know, in fact, anybody who did not learn something from him, that person will not be meaningful for him or herself again. In fact, no matter your age or your financial status or whatever they claim to be, when you see somebody who does things in a way that is worthy of emulation, I doff my heart for him. He never missed a target. And we need to put him in prayer. and also defend him anywhere. Yes. And one thing I find out there is that when you're a leader who truly have the support of the people genuinely, God is with you. The gods of the land also with you. Everything has been doing since our leader was kidnapped. Even the one, I think he made a mistake, will finally be perfect. You know, Atanchuko Kiabiama, he's taking them on away. They can't, they try to guess his next action or try to predict his next action. Never, they can't. I learned that they went to our leader, Onyendu, for him to tell them the secret of our prime minister, for him to be released. So I was asking this, what did they think? What are they thinking? Can you imagine that kind of people? Even if, they think that they are juju, okay, I understand. They think that they are juju, we work on. Let me tell you something. Do you think these people have visited all these juju in the whole West Africa? Even if maybe they have gone beyond Africa self. But one thing that they fail to understand is that there is no sacrifice on this planet Earth that will be powerful than that of 5 million children. No blood is stronger than theirs. They are wasting their time. I am saying this and I'm very, very optimistic. I'm very, very confident about it. As long as you are every one of us, our hands are clean. We are not doing this for our self-interest. We are genuinely doing it. The same mind, our leader, the same love, our internal leader, whom was born with diamond spoon, not just golden spoon, who has everything money can buy before him. Yet, he decided to fight for interest of his people because he saw a day like this 54 years ago, when the like of Danjuma, Obasanjo, and others are so blind. The same love that runs in him, the same love also transferred to our Supreme Leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. The same love inculcated, the same love also transferred to our Prime Minister. And I want to tell you, these men are reincarnation of our ancestors. These colonial criminals, these imperialists who invaded Africa and decided to loot our treasure and took our people for slavery. Those of our ancestors who resisted them, they killed them. They threw some in the high sea, poisoned some, because they resisted their attempts to destroy our value and take our people for slavery. Their spirits are not resting. Their spirits are not resting. Those pregnant women and 5 million children, innocent children that have no sin, their spirits are not resting. Their spirits are with us. Yes, we are fighting a just cause. And one thing again, we must understand that spiritual principles of cause and effects. The spiritual principle of cause and effects, the justice is unbiased. The justice is unbribable. The justice cannot be manipulated. The justice cannot be corrupted. That judgment is inevitable and proportional. That justice.
Mazioneka, please try to round so that we can contain everyone. Thank you. Sorry.
Thank you. That justice is in our people. All these genuine liberators, All of us here, we are not alone. We are not alone. Otherwise, our enemy would have been destroyed us long ago. What do we have? They have everything money can buy. They have money, but we have what they don't have: the God of creation and God of our land. And as we march forward, victory is ours. We must continue without retreating iota, without deviation. Our destination is Biafra independent nation. No in between, no alternative, or no plan B. We must focus without deviation. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, please, brothers and sisters, we should try to make it snappy as a okuro number then. Onye ogologo okwu anọzi na ya. Just need your input this evening. So someone can help me. So our own won't be me. Can you omit your mic and
Thank you. Thank you, my great Nemoches and Namoches. This is your Diokpara from the little and the beautiful city of Bolagatanga in the upper eastern part of Ghana. I salute you all. It's good evening here. And may God continue to bless all of you for this great job that you are doing. It is not by our strength, it is not by our powers, but by the special grace of Chukwukike Abiaba. And that is why all of us are here today. We are called to do the job. And I use this opportunity to greet the Omoadas. I use this opportunity to greet Mazin Namde Kano. And I pray that God will strengthen him both physically and spiritually to stand the ordeal he's going through. It is only those that doesn't know what goes into that detention camp that will tell you that that man is in high spirit. Yes, I believe that he's in high spirit in the spiritual realm, but physically he is being tormented. And I would like also to hand over the spirit of Prime Minister Simon Ekpa into the hands of Chukwukike Abiama. Our BLA, the ESN, and the Biafran people all over the world. I say, may God continue to protect you and replace in abundance all the time that you have wasted to fight for the freedom of your people. And I will support in everything that is within my reach to secure and to protect my mother's ancestral land, which is Biafra. There is only two things that links us together, both the hinterland and the riverine areas, and that is our value system. Number two is Biafra. We can never be free under one Nigeria. We will only be free in one indivisible Biafra nation. And I will do everything to support all of you. Biafra is my mother's ancestral home, and we will not allow any uncircumcised demon or agents of demon within and outside to desecrate that beautiful nation that God is about to give to us. I say here today, anade agwonyite na agha na ahịa esuna. We are into a very difficult time, and the most dangerous part of this freedom. The demons, their agents within and outside would not allow us to put out or to restore what we deserve so much, which is Biafra. And as long as God is with us, the creator of heaven and earth, the creator of Biafra itself before we were born, will not allow any stranger or alien to come and desecrate our land and our people. I will tell you all that no matter the distraction, no matter, there is no price, there is no money that can be equal to the freedom you are going to enjoy when Biafra comes. For those of them that has been compromised, those of them that have slept with the prostitutes, like I call it, which is Nigeria, will do all they can. But as long as God, that God that has brought Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to this point, he will not allow us to fail. I join all of you, my elders and those that I'm older than. Don't be distracted. The Biafra we are looking at is just in front of us. For those of them that are pro-Nigerians, like I always say to them, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, before he took up the mantle and prayed to God for 150 days for strength and for spiritual backing to engage in this, was also calling for restructuring of Nigeria, hoping that these demons will agree to it, but they refused. That is why we are here where we are today. And we must not allow that man to be disgraced. If we allow him to be disgraced, we all will pay the price. And our children that are going to come will curse and curse even at our graves. Thank you so much. And may God continue to strengthen you more than he has been doing for us. Thank you. And may God bless you. I remain. You are Diopara Biafra.
Yeah, yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I think Mr. Ego is here. Is your network back?
Yeah, I
Are you
think
back?
so. I think so.
Okay.
I was having issues.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ben, Mazi Ben, and I won't be any for that wonderful submission. I want to use this medium to greet our Minister of Information and all the members of the Biafra Republic government in Ezra and all the media warriors. I greet you, my brother, the first, Mazi Onyeka, Chibweze. I salute you. Oga Prince, Mazi Prince, the university, my brother, I salute you, Gochuku. Ebere Cypriel, praise Elohim. I salute all of you on this second segment of our decimating of the terrorist entity called Nigeria and the gospel of truth of the Biafrans. There's something I want to bring to our notice, that this Niger and the obedient people have already given up even before now. There was a space that they hosted. That was 2 weeks ago, if I'm not mistaken. 2 weeks or a week ago. Hosted by Mazi. And the same Mazi have been the one championing this cause. And one other guy from America. There were three. Mazi, one guy from America and the other one from UK. I think they're the ones that they were employed to do this job. But Mazi came up in his space. I was telling his audience, about 300 something persons, telling his audience that it's high time they stop using the obedient movement. That it's high time they keep the name Obi by the side and start using the well-meaning Nigerians. So somebody, one of their own, also came up and was provoked and said, does it mean that Take It Back movement and obedient does it mean that they are not well-meaning Nigerians? That those people that are campaigning for Obi to take back his mandate, does it mean that they are not well-meaning Nigerians? He said no, that's not what they mean. That what he meant is that we should keep Obi, that Obi should not be our center attraction anymore, but well-meaning Nigerians that are campaigning that Nigeria should change. You see, they have indirectly swept off from the London boy, because they themselves already know that the London boy has no way, he has nothing, he has no chance, not even a slim chance of becoming the president of the terrorist country called Nigeria, because all of them are terrorists. Once you can kill innocent people, dump their body in Ezu River, you are a terrorist. All of them, per none. Both the drug lord, because you don't do drug business with a clean hand. So these people have already given up before tomorrow. Tomorrow is just for them to conclude whatever shambolic this thing that they have been hoping for. So Biafra is the only hope of every living organism in Biafra territory and even in Africa. Without Biafra, we are all doomed as a people. Without Biafra, there's nothing. There's nothing. Just imagine, tomorrow is the last day of the tribunal. Tribunal will make their judgment, will conclude their judgment, and they give pronunciation that this is the person that will win the 2023 presidential election, or this is the person that win the 2023 presidential election. The person that contested, that him and Obi is even going to court, are cruising town in India, which means he's not even bothered on whatever decision or whatever judgment that the court will give tomorrow, because he already know what the result is, because he already know what will become of the whole thing tomorrow. Chief Nubu is cruising town in India as we speak. So it's not among those that are awake this night, waiting for tomorrow to come, because he already know that tomorrow has nothing to take away from him. Rather, it has a lot to add to him. That's why these people, they have never been serious in anything in this life. These well-meaning Nigerians, these people that call themselves well-meaning Nigerians, I have to address them with their new slogan. These people that call themselves well-meaning Nigerians, they have never meant well for themselves. If they has ever meant well for themselves, what they would have done 2020 during the COVID of the NSAS is, when they see the momentum that this thing has gathered, they would have changed the slogan immediately from NSAS to End Nigeria, because they know that this the entity, this devilish entity called Nigeria, this terrorist center camp called Nigeria, is the major reason why SARS is thriving. Why SARS are killing people and harvesting their organs is because Nigeria is still existing. If Oduduwa should be on their own, Kwararafa on their own, Biafrans on their own, nobody will kill you to harvest your organ. No security architecture, no security will kill you to harvest your organ. But for the sake of this, for as long as this entity, evil entity, is in place, they will keep on crying, new Nigeria, old Nigeria, better Nigeria, well-meaning Nigerians, and all what have you. But because they have a misplace of priority, a misplace of interest, they are a confused people that don't even know what they want. Because they will sit down and say, if we should change this thing to End Nigeria, It is because of the makeup of Nigeria that made me a celebrity. That made it possible that I have become, I would do all manner of nonsense as in terms of comedy. And people will be laughing because everybody will just want something that will make him pass the next day. That's why you see people, both those that are talented to be comedians and those that has nothing close to the corridor of being a comedian, everybody are trooping into making skits. Everybody wants to be a comedian. And that's what they displayed on that answers. They were there and they analyzed. They know what the problem is. That the problem is Nigeria. And the only way to end it is to shout, end Nigeria now. Let everybody go his separate ways. Let everybody go his separate ways. The Oduduwas will be singing the same song. The Kwarara Hausa people will be singing the same song. The Igbo Biafrans will be singing the same song. And you see Nigeria will end. We'll block all the major ways. Block the state's roads. Block everywhere. Occupy it. Even if you are going to occupy it for 6 months, you do that. And you will see the demon that you call the demon of your ancestors, the cause of your ancestors. You will see those big mountains that you never knew you will climb. You will see it falling down right before your eyes. But because these people never knew what their problem is, that's why they keep on, even when they are being killed at the toll gate. Are you trying to tell me that those military men that came to mold you down, did they came to mold you down because you are crying that the answers, another security wing of the so-called Nigeria you said you are a patriotic citizen, is killing you? Do you think they killed you because you want those entity down? No. They were threatened that since Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is now praising you people and want you to continue and even giving you guideline on what to do and telling you to occupy till 1 month, that once you hold the protest for 1 month, the international community will set in and Nigeria will break. They say let's go and they do something. But because these people cannot analyze anything, they are not intelligent at all. These guys, they are not, there's no intelligent person among them. Because if there are intelligent people among them, they will say, since we are just parading and shouting answers, nobody shot at us. But since Mazi Nnamdi Kanu started saying, continue doing what you're doing, occupy Hay Bridge, occupy this place, occupy toll gate, occupy here. If you keep it up for 1 month, that they will bring the evil entity, Nigeria, down. They started shooting at everybody and killing all of you. Yet, none of them could be able to decode what is really going on. That's why they were being shot at is because what they are doing will disintegrate the reason why they started the protest at the first place. It will disintegrate the reason why most of them are graduates. They come out, they don't have job. It will disintegrate the reason why Nigeria, with all the mineral resources and everything that we have, that we should construct our road, we should build our own dam, build a lot of things that will be giving us power and a lot of things that will make life easier for us. You are not seeing it. They were unable to decode this. That since somebody have died in this state that was started, if we should stop it now, those lives that we are lost will be in vain. So therefore, those that are alive and still remaining, we hold the tempo to we are never in vain. That the reason why we marched and we were killed was achieved. Because you have Dundees and people that are, many of them, they smoke weed just to be high. Many of them, they smoke a toilet just to be high before coming out. So they are not normal people. They are not reasonable enough as people that will fight for something that will benefit insane people, that will benefit ordinary people, that will benefit any other person. But they just, many of them come out to show themselves. People like Ijele, the one they call Ijele Ndibu, what Fino, what is his name? Flavor. And many of them, they video them, and all these people that call themselves celebrities. Many of them come there to showcase their muscle, to showcase their destiny, just to have fun. Because they see many girls there. They want to catch cruise. That's what they are there for. They never come there to make a meaningful something out of anybody's life. They see opportunity to cruise, and they really cruised, and when the things started happening, they all disappeared. That's why I said, do you see this entity called Nigeria? Nobody, there will be nothing like, anything like the queue that will work here, anything like protest that will work here, anything like, the system is so porous that the interest, a conflicting interest that have made everybody to be in darkness for many years, will not allow anything meaningful that will either bring in a good governance to this particular entity. The only thing that will solve the problem of this condemnation they call Nigeria is disintegration. What the Biafrans are doing now. Everybody to your tent, O Israel. That is the only thing that will disintegrate the interests of the terrorists in Nigeria. Disintegrate the interests of Usman Danfodio rules and the regulation, laid down rules that he have given to his Fulani children. All the only thing that will disintegrate it is to your tent, O Israel. Outside that, every other thing you're doing is in shambles. Changing, if you like, change all the ministers, change everybody. So long as that name Nigeria, you're bringing a new set of people that have never been in government before, that the thing that contaminates them is not, is in the seat they are going to occupy. Once they climb that seat as a president, as a governor, as this, as that, that demon will possess them. It doesn't matter how much you did it in order to secure them so that they will not be corrupt. The corruption is already in that name that they are going to be operating on. Once they answer, I'm a president of Nigeria, that demon will come. Once they say, I'm a local government chairman of Obaru, local government of Nigeria, that demon will come. Once they say, I'm a governor of that, it doesn't matter what you do. They cannot outrun it. And that is the way it is. Thank you so much, my brothers. We must have to continue. My Minister of Information, thank you so much. The first, you're welcome. You're welcome. Ben, thank you. We have to continue from here. We must have to continue from here.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, well done. Thank you. Our one and the only professor, the first, but not the last. Yeah, welcome. You're welcome. Before I will give our professor Mike, let me call Mazi Prince. Just make it snap. Before our professor will take over. Mazi Prince, can you just give us your input? Mazi Prince is
Mazi Prince is not with the mic. Let the man raising up his hand, Chibeze, go.
Chibeze.
And Mazi Onyeka, if Mazi Onyeka is there, then he will be warming up.
No, Onyeka has already spoken.
Okay.
Yeah, Chibeze, go ahead. Then I'll tell you Professor.
I wanted to find out if our commissioner is still on the platform. I wanted to ask him a little question if he's still on the platform.
Our minister is still there. It's on platform.
Okay. Professor, Commissioner of Information, if you are there, I wanted to ask you, okay, thank you. Question goes to you. I had everything everybody is talking about all disobedience and this and that. I don't even waste my energy to talk about those ones because at least I get a lot of white hair where full my hair where they scratch me more than well, that their problem. I don't even want to put my mouth there. If I want to talk about them, good and fine. I'm not saying nobody should talk about it, but I'm old enough to remember that Nigeria is not something to talk about. All I'm thinking about is my Biafra. My question for you, Information Minister, sir, is is there anything that you guys are doing to Abia State? Abia State is a real problem for me right now. I need whatever you people want to do, please help me. Abia is not in a good condition. Now we have a lot of distraction. Kinasa Wunhi is making a really mess in Abia State. We need to give him a seat. We need to give some of his followers seat. I have called for a group that we could be able to organize that will be able to go. I will do all I can to fund that group to go and give them seat. I need them to have water. I will do whatever it takes to make that happen. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mwachineke. We know the government understands um, how the elders in Abia State were bought off by the government. We also understand how some of the tools which Oyendo had procured were diverted through the hands of Chinazamoru and DOS to one Nigerian government governors. So we understand. The government are on top of the game. Keep your fingers crossed because the communion service is still ongoing and people are still feeling the seed of the communion services. So when it touch you, you go confess. Leave them there. They will.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Honorable Minister. And that's a wonderful one. Our professor, the first and not the last. Is there anything you
Thank
have
you.
in the cupboard
Thank you,
for us?
Wachineke. Thank you, my honorable minister, Benchooks, Eagle. Thank you guys for holding the line. I wanted to rest a little before I come back and start working, but
The first, make I
time
put
flies.
kerosene. Make I put kerosene for your head so that it will fit intensify some more.
Time flies, but it
So,
is what it is.
na
We're back.
network way in it.
I mean, the network. Gaddafi know they to borrow you to Geo. Please let me add something before you continue. Sorry. Mazi Chibueze, I don't know if you had pondered on why there was a visit in Abia State where you heard of the elders gather in a council meeting and they were in Paripazo with the government of one Nigeria that came and said, put a stop to sit at home in Abia State. And the elders of the provinces of Afaruku were all gathered in that meeting. And they were nodding their heads in synergy to what one Nigerian government were saying. You did not see an elder stood up to say, you are in Afaruku and our son is dying in detention and you're telling us to abandon Biafra and abandon him there. Soludo was there in that meeting and many other Fulani errand boys. They decorated them all with brown and red and yellow and black and white envelopes. And their mouth could not open to counter anything in favor of their son, who is in detention. So here alone, you should have been able to connect some dots and to say, has it gotten to this point that even the elders of Afaruku were bought off? Just like Ikbazu was saying, I did not order the army when they came. I just had a call. They said that they are coming from order from above and that they have to go to Mazinamdi Kanu. And then as I pick up my phone to make the call, before I know it, they were already there in the house. You listen to it, then it sounds like a child trying to play another child. So these are the things that has been happening, and we understand all this. And when you heard our PM say that the communion service has been implemented, anyone that gets the communion service should take it with good faith. It is for a reason. We salute all Biafrans. The first, sorry for using your small time. Carry on here.
Thank you, Minister.
I will put 2G network for you later.
I hope it doesn't get to that, but we must continue. We die here. A wise man that received advice once said that he sat in his comfort zone. These are people that they live in Abuja, they live in Lagos, and was calculating. A madman, not a wise man, a madman. Sat in his comfort zone in Abuja or Lagos because this is the only place that they go. And he was calculating. He said they have in Igbos in the southeast, Igbos in the eastern region, Igbos in the southwest, northwest, northeast, middle belt, and he calculated all the numbers and said, wow, Obi will become president. And he said, he told his those that listened to him, he said, don't go anywhere, stay there. Even if they threaten you, stay there and make sure that you vote. Vote. We die here. He said, and then again and said,
and he who fight and run away will live a fight another day. He contradicts himself at the same time.
He said that he who fight and run away. Well,
the first your network has started wobbling again.
If I stop messing with my network,
his neighbor is telling him I want to go and sleep.
Leave the network now. Why stop the network?
So this madman, I mean, the election was what? How many days? How many months back? And he didn't fight. When he came down to it, he ran away. And he didn't. We are still waiting on him to fight again. He didn't even fight or run away. All he did was when the going got tough, he did exactly what Nigerian government, not Nigerian people, are known to do, which is run. Abandon their problems and run. Abandon your problems and run. And maybe after 100 years, that problem will go away. That is ended up with Nigeria. That is how we ended up with it. Because those that had the balls to do things, those that had what the likes of Zeke, Awolowo, and the rest of them had balls to do what is necessary, to do what's needed. They abandoned it and said, yeah, it will go, you know, it's going to get better. They kept preaching unity, 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 unity. Today, that problem has exacerbated. It hasn't gotten better. Rather, it has gotten worse. To the point that there's a literal jihad being meted on the people. Indigenous people are being ransacked, chased out of their home, robbed, daylight, killed in cold blood in their thousands on daily basis. The problem has not gone away. My question to the madman is, when do you fight? When do you fight? You haven't even fought to begin with, and you just started running away. You haven't even confronted your aggressors, those that have subjugated you for years. They subjugated your ancestors. You know, it would be a shame.
Oh, the first. Your network starts wobbling again.
Oh my God. I'm
The
sorry,
first, I
guys.
got the answer for him for you. If you want it, I will give it to you, please.
All right, go ahead. You got an answer?
The answer is he's waiting for Jesus. When he's coming with the angels. The multitude of angels will fight for him. I yield my mind.
Wow. I would like to watch that movie because I hope it comes out in 3D, because we heard that Tinubu will be sharing 5 million glasses to Nigerians so that they will see things in 3D. So I'm waiting to get that my hands on one of those glasses that Tinubu will be sharing, because I need I hope, I can't wait. Listen, Biafrans, don't go away. It not disappears, especially a problem like Nigeria with faulty foundation, dangerous diversity, everything, you name it. Nigeria has it. That problem can never go away until the people that are directly affected, keyword, directly affected, do something about it. You can be waiting on your
Are you still there?
They drive the best cars. They have luxury vehicles. They have speedboats. They have Lamborghini yachts. They are not affected by what you're dealing with in that zoological republic. It's only those that are directly affected until they rise up and say, enough of this madness. But like I said, it's not that the Obi people, they don't want to do something. No, they you know, if you can kill with mouth, Obi people would have slaughtered everybody in that Nigeria. If words can kill, Obi people will be killing everything that moves in that zoo. They want to do something, but they don't have the courage. They don't have the courage. They don't have what it takes to do anything. They remember that if I die, I won't be able to watch BB Niger. If I die, they have iPhone 15 coming up. I won't be able to see what the latest iPhone is going to look like. The latest flying car. They don't want to miss all that. That's why they remain the same place that they started from. That's why they remain. They never move. Tomorrow, some of them went to sleep tonight believing that they're going to wake up tomorrow. A miracle is going to happen. Because believe me, a lot of places in Biafra land is doing fasting. doing prayers, midnight prayers, so that tomorrow heaven will open. The dove that flew on Jesus' shoulder will fly from sky and it will land on Obi. They're praying that tomorrow, somehow, the judges, immediately they want to say the winner is T, they will all go dumb. They will not won't be able to. So that the power will show. That's why somebody called them photo. This is what they are praying tonight. But you and me know that that is madness. That is stupidity of the highest order. You and me know that in reality, such things don't happen. It can never happen. But they need hope. Not the right kind of hope. No, they need false hope. Somebody that, reason why they hate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they wanted to hang Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Dying political career was because they didn't want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to come out, so that he doesn't come out and destroy Obi chances of winning. That, that's what they thought. They hate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because the truth hurts. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the person that will tell you the truth. He will look at you, he will look you in the face and tell you that you are a coward. Your generation, you are cowards. Your family, your mother, your father, your grandfather, every single one of them are cowards. And he's not saying it so that he's saying it to get you angry. He's saying it to make you upset. He's saying it so that you will be furious. Furious enough to look inward and ask yourself questions. He's somebody that looks you in the eye, doesn't mince word, and tell and say it like it is. But that's why they hated him. Because he told them something that they don't want to hear. He told them, there is no help coming from anywhere apart from the one that you're going to give yourself. Nobody is coming to help you if you can't even help yourself. There is no UN anywhere to help you. You can write to UN, you can write to EU, AU, all of those people. Nobody gives a crap whether you live or die. All of that fell on deaf ear. Even when they had the opportunity, the biggest opportunity to make a revolution to happen, what did they do? They started looking for palliative. Today, that's like somebody just said, all they do is skills. Everybody want to get that YouTube money. Everybody want to get that Facebook money. They want to get involved in Big Brother Niger. Oh, I want to go to Europe and play soccer. Because they have become short-sighted, self-centered, only think about themselves. Me. That's why somebody, 1,000 people can be massacred in Plateau State overnight. In Nigeria, it's like nothing happens. In any same country, there will be protest, riot everywhere until the government actually tell the citizens why so many people got killed overnight and what the security were doing. In Nigeria, it's just Tuesday. They have become norm to all of it.
Hey, to fear what?
They have become numb to all of it because they have been conditioned to accept anything and everything. I remember when we were telling them that Biafrans, we don't kill our people, we defend our people, and that is what we will continue to do. Whenever you talk to people, the highest thing they will say, oh, you say you're fighting for Biafra. Why are you killing your own people? Today, the record, because Mazen Namdekanu said, truth is the only thing that stands the test of time. Consistency personified, that is what we are. Based on the report that came from the US and UN, it turns out that the person fueling and sponsoring the killing of innocent Biafrans was in fact Buhari and the Bubago people. Again, Biafrans vindicated. Did you see them come out and say, okay, you guys are right? During the Lekki massacre, when they massacred them, they mowed them down in their hundreds. During Lekki protest, they saw these percent people. They saw firsthand. They experienced Nigeria firsthand, a country that is not scared of killing their own citizens, even if it means massacring an entire village. They've done it before, and they mowed down over hundreds of them. The government came back and denied it. The government came back and said, no, it didn't happen. There was no evidence, but these were victims. There were bodies littered all over the place. And the same people that sponsored this told them, no, it didn't happen. And the same person the person that carried it out today is the president. For some reason, they forgot about all of these things. They say, when it comes to Biafrans, when it comes to us, IPOB, Nigeria government are the good guy. They let their hatred for Biafrans because we don't think like they do. We are not brain dead like they are. We see things that they don't see, and that breeds jealousy. Rather than actually saying, I asked one of them, if you're here telling me that Biafrans were the one doing the killings, masterminding the killings in the East, and you're getting this news from the Nigerian government, does that mean that Nigerian government are now telling the truth? When in the history of Nigeria have they told truth? Or is it because it is Biafra and now you believe the Nigerian government, the same government that massacred Lekki people, went to the massacre with their soldiers, massacred the entire village? Yeah, went to the Mbayesa, entire village, overnight. Somehow you believe those people over the indigenous people that are fighting, asking for referendum. But I understand it. It's sad, but I understand it because jealousy, hatred, envy, that is what it is. They envy us because they can never be like us. They hate us because they can never summon the courage that we have summoned to take our future into our own hands or die in the process. They don't have what it takes. That's why I am proud to be part of the generations that are moving mountains, the generations that are doing wonders, the generations that are not today, tonight, doing night vigil so that Obi can become president. When you know that it's not possible. And even if it's possible, it can never happen. It can never save or salvage Nigeria. It is sad, really sad, but we must continue. Thank you, guys. I'll yield the mic. I see a lot of hands up because, you know me. Go ahead, Ben Chooks.
Yeah, thank you so much, my honorable professor. You see, one thing I want to tell our honorable minister. In Biafra land, we are going to introduce one thing the Germans call Gazette. And this Gazette is going to be for the so-called celebrities in Biafra land. I hate these people action with passion. I can't, I will not deny myself to say I hate their action with passion. They drag all these people, all these stupid people, to the so-called obedience. I don't know what they call them. It is this our Biafra, this are so-called celebrities. I hate their action with passion. And that gazette we are going to introduce in Biafra land, none of them is going to escape it. None of them is going to escape it. I rest my word. Mazi Praise Elohim. Can you?
I think Ogeniru
Okay.
was here first, and then Praise the Lord.
Okay. Ogini is having a problem with his network. Praise Elohim. Can you go on?
I want to salute my honorable Minister of Information. I am standing at attention for you. Then I salute my co-host for the opportunity given to me to speak on this space. And I want to salute all the gallant Biafrans who are on space this moment. BLA surfaced, everything quiet. Yes, it ought to be so. It ought to be so. You see, when our supreme leader launched Eastern Security Network, there was something that happened. And what was it? The Nigerian authority and the military and the entire security agencies of Nigeria, they were shocked. What shocked them? Not just because a security outfit was launched. What shocked them was, how come this man is outside the country and he was able to do this without our knowledge? It shook them to their fabric. They could not fathom it. They wondered. It was like they all failed. All the intelligence, everything about them became a failure. Now they kidnapped him. To them, the man that launched the Eastern Security Network has been kidnapped. So they never thought, they never imagined that the same thing can repeat itself again, can repeat itself. So when our Prime Minister, just as a tip of the iceberg, just unveiled a very small portion of BLA, and also promised that if that is not enough for you, I will unveil a battalion. So it became as if what's really going on. We thought we have brought this to an end, but they are now seeing a more sophisticated armed forces. So to them, it's like everywhere is quiet because they can't understand it. They can't understand it. The whole thing builds their imagination. The entire security and intelligence apparatus of Nigeria has become a failure. Right in this territory, our Prime Minister and all his those working with him have launched a more sophisticated army. So it's like we are gone. That's what they are just said. We have been defeated. So that's for that. Then coming to the use of the disobedient dirty youths. Tomorrow is in the former space. I think I call on our colleagues and I said, please, if you have brother and your sister is among them, please do them a favor by calling them and just encouraging them so that they don't faint tomorrow, and some of them don't die of heart failure, because the road they are following, it's a dead end. It's a dead end. Our Prime Minister has this saying: "What you don't know is bigger than you," and that's what these youths don't know. What they don't know is bigger than them. There is something I want to say this before I yield the mic. It might be very controversial, but it is the truth. It is the truth. You see, the fact that a Biafran will not rule this messed up and dead country is not something that is happening by coincidence. It's something that has been premeditated, pre-planned years ahead. You see, Jonathan said this thing was something like it took them unawares, because at the time Yaradua died, all they were trying to do was to see how they can cover him up. That's why they brought him at the dead of the night. And even the vice president, as then, was not even allowed to know what's going on until a gallant Biafran woman, which all of us are aware of, spoke out, and that was how he became president. It wasn't because it was a plan. All effort was being made to make sure that he never became the president. So these children, these youths don't know what is going on, and don't know the way they are going to. There is no road. So if you have a relation there, please call them and let them, so that tomorrow we don't start burying and see, because. So what I wanted to say, that I said it might be controversial, and but it is the truth. There are two people that cost this country. Two people that placed a curse on Nigeria. One of them is Tafawa Balewa Square. Tafawa Balewa, Sir Tafawa Balewa. The second person is Aguiyi-Ironsi, J.T. Aguiyi-Ironsi. Two of them placed a curse on this country. And the causes they place are working in favor of Biafra. These two causes are working in our favor. The two causes are against Nigeria, and they're all working in our favor. And so these youths should better retrace their steps, because before they die of heart attack. You see, before Sir Abubakar, not Ahmadu Bello, Sir Abubakar goes, he placed a call, said, Nyamirish can never rule this country. This is controversial, but it is the truth. Now, Aguiyi-Ironsi, before he gave up the ghost, he placed a curse on Nigeria. He says, killing me is killing one Nigeria. And when he said killing me is killing one Nigeria, and that is the truth. There is nothing that can be done to make Nigeria survive. That cause is working. Nigeria is dead. They have killed the one Nigeria. He's dead. So this youth should better, just before it is too late, make a U-turn. Make a U-turn. And peradventure, if there's still room, like I said before, the door is closed, but if there is still room, if the door can still be open, it is still early. So that is it. There is we don't have any hope in Nigeria. Nigeria is dead, it's gone, it's it's the carcass we are seeing. So fellow Biafrans, I salute every one of you one more time, and I will yield the mic for now. So much to say, but I will yield the mic for now. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you, my brother. You see, I just had a friend of mine, all these people that is singing for obedient and the useless DOS. I wonder, ask him, come on, why are you still playing defensive? You don't want to know what is going on. You don't want to join this liberation. He said, I don't like how Simon is doing it. I asked him, what is the difference between Simon and Mazin Namdekan? And Simon is doing every time I'm struggle. I asked him one question. So okay, Simon is doing I'm struggle every time. Okay, who formed Eastern Security Network? He couldn't be able to answer me. Who formed Eastern Security Network? Eastern Security Network, are they fighting with the arrow or bamboo? They are pursuing all the Fulanis in the bush with what? Is it with the arrow or with your John Thomas? You are talking what you don't know. I said it is going. The day you know what you did for yourself is the day the Fulani dagger we see your neck. Then that day you will change. You know what the Biafrans are talking about. You see, these people are dancing obedience. Sometimes some people, I can't blame them too much because it's all these useless celebrities that confuse them. They don't know what they are doing. They think that they are singing very good for them, but they don't know that they are drowning in a big ocean. You know. My co-host, I don't know, is the first. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here. What's his name? Ifeanyi dropped off.
Yeah. Ifeanyi, it looks like his network. You have transferred your network to him.
I believe he's probably in the other room. He's probably in the other room.
I can't
Let's
see
see
anyone. Yeah, I can't
who
see
we got
anyone.
in the house. We got our owner be in the house. We have Indapolski in the house. University Eunice, Paul,
Yeah, but they're not
Simon.
making any move to put
We have
make their input.
Priscilla. We have Ben Upo. You know, most of them are probably at work.
In the other room.
At work. I see.
Maybe they're in the other room.
Yeah, probably in the other room. We have a lot of you people don't sleep. Our people do not sleep at all. They don't
No,
sleep.
this is not time to sleep.
They don't.
Onye ndị ụlọ bara bụ unu na-eche ya nche mgbe niile.
Exactly.
Ụmụ Biafra, unu arahụ n'ụra.
Yeah.
That was the slogan during the war.
That's a fact, and we still cannot sleep. Even since then, we haven't slept. Nigeria has taken sleep away from us.
Yes.
And that's why we're going to take sleep away from Nigeria. We have become their biggest nightmare, and we will continue to take sleep away from them because they said with Biafrans we can never ever drink water drop cup. They say we are mmiri tọgbọ iko. We can never sleep or drink water in peace. And we will make sure that Nigeria never ever sleep. They usually say, I think one of these days we're gonna have a vote here. We will say, let Nigeria breathe. The eyes will say I, the nay will say nay, because
That would be
uh,
nice.
if they can vote on the parliament on their red chamber to say let the poor breathe, whether or not they should allow the poor to breathe, it's I mean that is just mockery, making mockery of how they have impoverished the people, using the people to do caricature in their red chamber, because these people, that tells you that these people are evil. They are evil as evil can be. Decide so, and in a way, that's a fact. That is what is going on in Nigeria. If they say the poor cannot breathe, they will kill you. Hell, Wike did it. Obi did it. If you stand up and say something that they don't like, they will kidnap you just like they kidnapped Mazen Namdekano.
Yeah.
They will. You say something that they don't like, they will start putting bounty on your head. And the international community, why they keep silent and watch and laugh. But I don't blame them, because our life has become a movie, something of an entertainment for the West, something to make fun about. That's what our lives have become. That's what our lives have become to these people. And they make fun. That's why people will be massacred in Congo, they do nothing. People will be killed in Plateau, they do nothing. Today they are trying to do, AU is planning military drill in the Gulf of Guinea.
Huh.
You ask them, what does EU have in the Gulf of Guinea? They said it is to combat terrorists, hell coming down to, and you're like, oh, what are they talking about? It has nothing to do with terrorists. You ask, do they not have military bases in the Sahel? They do. They have drone bases, they have military bases, they have men in the Sahel region. So why are they not combating them there? Why they need to come down to the Gulf of Guinea to come and fight?
Is to keep making us.
It is to preserve. One, it is to achieve two things actually. One, it is to, send fear down to, the shivers of those that are scared of America, scared of Europe and the rest of the criminals, um, especially the Nigerians, because they are the most scariest people I've ever seen. That's why they don't have the balls to do a coup. They are the most scariest chicken I've ever seen. Even chicken is not as scared as them. Like, I think every Obi people we have, we should put a picture of a chicken next to them,
Absolutely.
because that's what they are, chicken.
Absolutely.
That is, and that's, you see, whenever you see them talk, that's also how they talk, like chicken. Chicken usually talk and talk and talk and talk, and but when it really time to show that he can stand, and not the good kind of chicken, not the rooster chicken, those ones they can fight. Have you seen the chicken with the one that we have in the village?
Yeah.
Those ones you don't mess with them. Not with their children. No, not with their chicks. You don't mess with them. They will chase you. They will try to fight you. Even though you are stronger than them, they will still be chasing you, and you'll
Yes.
be running away. This is the agric one. The one that they inject all manner of chemicals into. That is how Nigeria. This is Nigerians. This is how they are, and they know exactly why they're doing it. because they are a bunch of scared little children. They can never rise up to take their destiny into their own hands. Rather, they will face you that is trying to fight the oppressor. You will now become their enemy. I just saw what our Minister of Information posted, where they were rating their. Everybody was rating Tinubu's 100 days in office, and I'm like, Jesus Christ. Some people were giving him 6/10. Some people were giving him 4/10. Yeah, the Minister of Information just posted it. I posted it on the Jumbotron.
Unbelievable.
Some were giving him 3/10, 0.2/10. Really, everything is a comedy. Everything, and don't be surprised. The person that posted this thing has a YouTube channel that is monetized, where he's gonna make money. With generations like that, how do you think that Nigeria has a future? People that are cowards. I swear to God, I hate cowards and I hate Nigerians, every single one of them. In the bush, you'll meet yourself. In the bush,
Greetings, my people. My name is still remain Indabuski, a man who doesn't preach love, who don't preach love. What I preach is war. War till Biafra is restored. Yeah, according to our topic, the surface, everything quiet. Yeah, why would everything be quiet? I know when I keep on telling them that we are in charge. We are in charge. They are just talking nonsense. The thing is that they have never seen anything yet, though. Those guys never see anything yet. You get? These people have never seen anything yet. You keep on talking nonsense, this and this and this. I told them, the standby soldiers. I said the standby. I don't know how many people, because me and I commander without a battalion now, Bio. I know how many people that have told me, guy, Moku, I think may they calm down. When they reach the time, we go do something. May they just relax. My own, may they just the exercise, get fit. Because time will come where everybody is going to, all hands will be needed on the table. That's all I always tell them. But we keep on building our own underground. We keep on doing it. We will break Nigeria. I said it. I said we will break. Exiting Nigeria now, only waiting remain. Now just our military. That's remain. I don't go like to see. I've make research about sovereignties. I make research about country. We have the government. We have our map. You understand? Okay, if you say, yeah, our map, we are encroaching on people's land. Okay, give us a referendum. Let the people decide. You understand what I mean? He said this side. Okay, there's one this stupid random where they talk nonsense today. How they look and they laugh. And some people will say we are not going anywhere. Some people will ask them, okay, since we are bad. This okay, allow us to go. They say you cannot go anywhere. I say, wow, you cannot go anywhere. Okay, no problem. You cannot allow us to go anywhere. No problem. When time comes, we go know whether we will go or not. You understand? So I want more effort on the military. You know, I've been saying this thing. Military. See Russia now, the para na military. See North Korea, the para on the military. That's the thing, military. So that's the place I want us to put more effort. In fact, our Prime Minister is doing fucking well on that aspect. Because the strength of a country is the strength of their military. That's all. Once we can go to get what we want, we'll declare Biafra. Anybody who put head will shoot them from anywhere we come, bring them down. In the case, if we declare Biafra, all these useless people that are into our barrack, in the barrack, all of them will run away. They will drop their gun, run away. That's the thing. So most times I'm happy. Always I'm happy because things are going according to the plan. You understand? Things are going according to the plan. And all those people that are saying PM is a Nigerian agent. I'll go always ask them how far about the Nigerian agent. That's not Tinubu give out the money. We take acquire these other ones. I will see use and kill Tinubu when Tinubu come. In fact, how we see reason they even bring money, say we could use their money buy and wait for them to come. You get. So now social media has kept quiet. Nobody's now talking again. Today, Onega, I think I reposted that thing. Onega is saying holding Mazen and Khan is a time bomb. The stupid Onoga Abi Onoga that have never spoken since 2 years they kidnap our leader now has actually found mouths to come and talk because all of them are panicking. You understand? They are all in fear. And we will chase all of them from Biafra land when time comes. I never want to talk. We're not going to talk anything. Because sometimes I know orange. But most important thing is that we are in charge of our land. We are in charge. When we said, okay, no, so, that's the most important thing. And about every other people, we are all doing very well also. Hosting space, making sure they heard about us. I always go to their nonsense space. I hit them now, and at the end, I always close my remark that telling them that we are in charge and there's nothing anybody can do about it. If you enter our territory, we'll break you. We'll break whatever you hold on, whatever it can be, we'll break you. We're not even fucking looking at anybody's face. Thank you, my fellow Biafran. Thank you, everybody. That's all I have to drop this evening. Thank you.
Thank you Machineke, for that. We must continue. It's of course everywhere will be quiet. Of course, you know why everywhere is quiet? Because their initial goal after the kidnap of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was to disband the ESN. They killed our men, killed our commanders, did everything. And in their mind, they thought they succeeded because the people that their name can never ever be mentioned, they were like, yes, they were giving them that hope that everything is done. All right, give us the money. Give us that money that we need it. Pay us. And they were, they were making bank. Some of them quit their jobs. They started getting fat off of Nigeria government money. And for the longest time, they didn't believe that anything was happening. Internally, they knew that something is not right, but they don't want to say. So now that they finally saw, a glimpse of what has been dealing with them in Biafra land, everybody is mute. There was this publication said that our prime minister, voice of Satan or something. I'm like, wow, only in Nigeria Zoo government, only in Nigeria Zoo media. They say voice of Satan, deadly Biafra Liberation Army. They're trying to call it a name. We don't really care what they call it. They are our army. And like you said, we have everything on the table to be a nation. We have a government staffed with capable people, intelligent people. We have an army. We have a territory, a defined territory. And we have loyalty of the Biafran people. That is all we need to get Biafra. Everything else is, noise. And that is why, our prime minister is marching. They try to drag him back and he's marching. They're trying to drag him back, but they have never succeeded and they will never succeed. Next month is a referendum convention. And if you have what it takes to attend, make sure that you're there so that they will know that at least to represent our Twitter side, right? You have to be part of those, and then you must have your Twitter so that the Minister of Information will see that that we also that he has men. We are like the media soldiers, right? We must have our own T-shirt. If if you're lucky and you're one of those that goes, make sure you have your own media soldier there. That we have it everywhere. We are the media soldiers of the Biafra government in exile, and we'll continue to give it to them what. Go ahead, Mazoyeka. Did they kick him out? I think Mazoyek. Mazonyeka was raising his hand. Give him mic. Ben Chuck, send him the mic.
I can't see Mazonyeka again. It's just
Oh,
let me. I can't see
uh,
Mazonyeka again.
Minister, if you are awake, can you send me the co-host? And then we'll continue. Let's see. Chibeze, have you spoken?
The Chibeze.
Chibeze is our brother that that loves the eagle, the dead man walking. Slow Joe. He likes Slow Joe. Uh, uh, you know, we call him Slow Joe. Trump call him Sleepy Joe. Whatever you want to call him. Whatever you want to call him. I think the minister may be getting advice, so or maybe.
Our youth in Biafra land. To be honest with you, the first.
Mhm.
Sometimes I'm really, really, really disappointed in them. I'm really, really disappointed in them.
You mean the Nigerians in Biafra land?
Yes,
Oh, okay. They are one Nigerian Biafrans.
Biafrans, yes.
Yeah.
You see, many things is happening there. This terrorists they sent to Biafra land. How many are there in number? Of which
Sorry,
Biafra
hello,
Liberation Army is
sorry
decreasing
for
them every
interjecting.
day.
Sorry, the first, sorry for interjecting. One thing you people need to understand that see this idiot that is doing this election or this their Biafran's new Nigeria and co. Let me tell you the truth. Those guys they are not up to 1% too. Let me tell you the truth. I swear, I can beat my life. I can bet my life to go do census. They are not up to 1%. Me, are they on ground? Are they on ground? Nobody. See, the people who are Biafran at heart are more than people who are into this struggle. Make I tell you the truth. Oh. The people who are Biafrans at heart are more than the people who are into this struggle. It is a plenty for struggle. No. And again, I know one commander. You understand? He broke out. He stopped with his group because of when our leader had issue, because he was confused about our leader and as in during the saga and the DOS and our prime minister. You understand? He stopped. He just stays the way. He told me, guy, make I tell you, I can't be able to go and sacrifice my people. You understand? Let all of them now, when most of them are even doing this, their security outfit, but they know their limits now. You get, and unfortunately, say on this that security outfit, they're giving them gun. I don't they laugh. All of them will go. Most of all those elders, they are vigilantes. Some of those security outfits, most of them are loyal to our leader. And these people don't even know. This is the first time I'm saying it. Most of them are loyal to our leader. So when actual the main people will happen, they go understand. Say we know they play. You get, so the people who are doing this one Nigeria are not even up to 1% of Biafrans. So that's why when they say most Igbos don't want Biafra, then they say, okay, give us referendum. Moku no now. Give us referendum. Moku no. Okay, they don't want to agree. The people who want Biafra are just referral tout. Jobless people at times, okay, no problem. Me, I follow to be jobless, so I know I follow to be tout. I agree. I follow to be nuisance. I agree. I follow to be terrorist. I agree. Because name tag have never destroyed anybody. Rather, it will make you strong. Because I remember when our leader was teaching, he told us we need to be mental tough. You understand? So I am mentally tough. So whatever you want to talk, say anything, we don't want to hear. All we want to hear now, Biafra. Biafra. And there's nobody that can change it. We don't start internal economy now. Everybody go receive your own cup of tea. And most of them are started running already. Most of them are started running. So we are waiting for them. So people that are doing all those things are not even up to 1%. Let's truth be told. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. You know, I doubt that those in the outfit are loyal to anything Biafra. They are not. They are enemy of Biafra, and we've said it. If you're in a Bubago, if you're in Opus or Dema camp or the Ifanyoba camp, you're an enemy of Biafra. You know, um, people that gave up, people that gave up because Mazenam they kind of had problem. They were never meant for Biafra, and that's period. Freedom doesn't come easy. It doesn't come easy, and if you chicken out, if you chicken out because Mazen had issue, it means that you were never ever meant for the struggle to begin with. You know, that's just my opinion on that. But I know that those that are, the one Nigerians in Biafra land, they are not up to 1%. That's a fact. If they are, if the option is given today, Biafra or Nigeria, they will all vote for Biafra, every single one of them, and that is why Nigeria government is scared. But the fact remains that they don't want to actually stand in the front and actually do what's necessary. They are waiting for somebody else to do it so that they can come and then enjoy. Exactly the same thing that I said earlier. They are not different from the one Nigerians. They are not. Because if you see your brother getting killed and you're not doing anything, waiting for opportunity, once they achieve everything, you can now come and say, "Oh, I'm a Biafran." Who are you? Who is fooling who? So you want Biafra without paying the price. Somebody else will pay the price for you, and then you come and enjoy. Just like you said, the commander in the ESN that abandoned his duty post and then started shouting "One Nigeria," telling you that's a story. Honestly, that's the most stupidest story I've ever heard. Mazen Nekano said we will never drop our arm until as soon as that dragon flag was raised, nothing nothing will make us drop it until Biafra is restored.
Yeah, that's what he said. That's what he
So
said.
so anybody saying otherwise because the leader was captured or kidnapped and the leader was kidnapped and for that you are done, you don't know what to do. Means that you're not meant for you were never ready. It was actually good that you left because so that we know the real people that we had what it takes to fight. If everybody has deserted like he did, put that into perspective in Daboski. If everybody has deserted us, we joined Obi. Everybody deserted because they didn't know what to do.
That would have been the end.
Wouldn't that be the end of the struggle? Yeah, that would have been the end of the struggle.
That's the
If
truth now. That
everybody,
would be all. Yeah.
yeah. So his story is not something that we should brag about. Honestly, it's not something. It doesn't give joy because he's a deserter. He abandoned Biafra because things got tough. He abandoned Biafra. I was hearing story because usually here I was whenever we talk about the history of Biafra genocide, I always tend to listen. And I could have sworn I heard one of our brother telling the story how back when that was happening, because we didn't have enough arms and ammunition, they were saying one man with gun and the other people with will follow him. Whoever they kill, they will pick their guns, and that's how they fight. They fought, and they were able to do wonders. Those people didn't desert when things got tough. They stopped. They continued to fight. They fought on, and they continued to fight. They didn't disappear or bail. It's actually sad, but all things work it good. I don't know how that is said, but I know it's somewhere in the Bible. Again, uh,
This desertion in the army is a crime.
yes, yeah, but like I said, all things work it for good for. Um, help me out here. How do you say that again? Everything works for good for those that know God. I believe that's how it's been said. I don't know the verse in the Bible, but it makes sense, and that's exactly what the
The
kidnap of
kidnap of
Mazenam
Mazen
Nakano.
Namdekan.
That's Romans 8:28. All things work for good to them that love God.
Yes,
Yes.
thank you. And if Mazenam Nakano was not kidnapped, we wouldn't have known those that the Biafran struggle that we are all shouting. They had nothing. There was there was nothing there. Um, if Mazen Namdekano wasn't kidnapped, we wouldn't have known that all those that surrounded him were worse than Ifajun, you know. But we must continue. Our goal and our objective is Biafra and nothing more, nothing less.
And that's the truth. And the kidnapping of our leader really exposed a lot of things. I swear, but people don't understand. I say it exposed a lot of things. Most time you look at these people talking, I say, "What am I really in this struggle with these people?" Or I was just. If you check earlier when the issue of takeover that Simon is an agent, Simon Ekpa is an infiltrator. They keep on using them. They keep on using them. I will be asking, are you sure these guys actually in this? Then I now discover is then there's a day I even ask question. Those people, the people Maznan can surrounded himself with. You understand? Another mistake our leader did was to not allowing direct contact. Before you can be able to talk to our leader, then you must follow through these idiots. That's why so many things was taken away from him. He didn't even know a lot of things. A lot of things was hidden away from him. You understand? So then they messed Uche Mofo up. After they finished messing up, that one become confused. Then they thought that someone else was going to be a how can I put it, a carryover. But they really made, in fact, their trailer hit a rock. As a rock, very big, more than also rock, or more than even Zuma rock can think about it. Their trailer that is coming with heavy speed, but they thought, say when that trailer hits a small car, it will crash it and keep on moving. If you meet a keke, it will crash it and keep on moving. When the trailer meet a bike, it will crash it and keep on moving. So when trailer move anything, whatever you can call it, bus or keke morowa, whatever they call it. But when the trailer now was heading to Simon Eba, they will be like normal is as usual and a normal thing that will go hit this one. But when they hit them, Omoditi no go, they revise back again. Hit them again. Omoditi no go, they revise back, go hit at the third one. Now the trailer say problem down. Now nobody. If you go to their page now, most time I will go scroll chip. Go to their page, I'll be seeing them talking about posting news. They now become the newscasters of maybe okay they have turned their website to blog. They don't know anything, and if they feel that people are no more coming or commenting, they will now say okay, Simon Ekpa did this, so that people will come and talk comment. You understand? After saying that thing, all of them will come still disappear. When they feel that people are no more coming again, they will still come tell you someone about this one, someone about that one, so that people because once people see someone about people know they use hide see that post. People where they go they fire them, but they don't fucking care about the people that are firing them. Their own job, they just talking. When they discover that their page has become so cold, they will say find somebody about this one, somebody about that one. If it talk, people still come. So that's the thing. They have lost relevance. And when Mazin and Kanu come outside, see, this is my own prediction. Once Martin and Kanu come outside, the Biafra restoration will not even going to get up to 7 months or 6 months again after their leader is released. I'm just saying this because things go change. And these people, Nigerian government are scared of this because they never knew somebody like Simon Ekpa is somewhere looking, preserved, saved. You understand? They save am with iron. There's some movie when they want save the main bad guy, they go save and reserve am with a ice block. They don't know say something about it. We are just talking about this their criminal bed bug of Ahmed Abbas with their the other one where they Germany. Nobody will hear about them, whether I don't die or anything. Nobody that will hear about them. So the name of their DOS, head of DOS, Chike Dozeha, and other ones. Go to their page now. Their page has become what they call it, blog, where they can post nonsense things. They post video, post all those things. And only Simon Ekpa is the one talking about Biafra. Meanwhile, the useless children who doesn't even have complete data I don't want commenting for them. So that's it. But thank God that our leader was kidnapped, and thank God that we discovered the true genuine Biafrans. And this thing will now make us to get to our destination very fast, because we now discover that the only people who are now in this trouble are the really sincere people. Because when our leader come now, where would this idiot tell him? Which story will they tell him? Or which page will they even have to start explaining? They are all gone. The our leader will just take the platform of Biafra government in exile, move on, because it has gone beyond the IPOB group. We don't pass that level. When they do group again, we have gotten our government and we are running with our government. So that's the thing.
Thank you.
We are actually on point. We are heading with the speed of light, like supersonic. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
You know,
the first, some
yeah.
question I wanted to ask. If our leader come out and happen to ask these people he left the struggle for.
When?
Uh, uh,
When?
no,
You mean
supposing. I'm just asking.
no? You
Supposing.
mean when our leader come out, right? Is that
Yes,
what you mean? Oh,
yes,
okay.
yes. And he asked them, where is ESM? Where is this? Where is that? What are they going to answer him?
See, I want to tell you the truth. Make I tell you the truth. I don't go lie to you. Our leader no go ask any question, no. Because
Eh?
our leader no go ask question. Because our leader know wetin dey happen.
Hold on.
You understand?
We don't need here's what's gonna happen, guys.
He's not going to ask any question. He will not even ask him because he knows what is happening there. That's the truth. That's why
You need to share for
he
everybody.
insists. Okay.
Here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna go and get Biafra, and that is period. That is fine. Um, Anybody that is expecting anything less than that, you're on your own. Our objective is to get Biafra. Everything that happened in this trouble is part of freedom fighting. No, it's not freedom fighting. Is not a straight. It's a marathon. That's why it's called freedom fighting. You fight, and this is part of it. And we take it as part of it, and we move on. Biafra is our destination, and Biafra is the only thing that matters. Anybody that we are not there, I am not here. At least I know a lot of people are not here doing what we are doing day in and day out, so that Mazen Namdekan will come out and start saying, "Oh, hey, Biafra." That's not going to be possible. We are past that line. We have a government. We have an army. Our job is to go and get Biafra. Our job is to make sure that Mazen Namdekan come out and enjoy the, what he labored for. That is our job, and that is the only thing that we care about. I'm not here for Mazen Namdekan to come out and start. That would be we have disappointed him. When Mazen Namdekan say you would disappoint me, but I will not disappoint you. It means that Mazen Namdekan come out and he's still doing the same thing, the same old thing. It means that we have failed.
No. We are not going back. We are forward ever.
Yes,
But
that is go and get Biafra.
yeah, but as a human being, a man
There
who left his house.
is nothing in between there, because if you're trying to if you're trying to see, who did what did what, everything will happen in due time. Our objective, singular objective, is to liberate ourselves, and we don't care how we do it. Everything that comes along the way, we see it as part of the struggle, and Mazen Namdekan will understand that too. I think he understands that more than anybody else, that what he's passing through today is part of freedom fighting. He understood it, and that's why he's not gonna cry about it. Just like he's not crying today. Oh, why am I here? No, he understood that it is part of freedom fighting, and he's handling it the only way Mazen Namdekan knows how, which is to give Woto to the Zoo government. And that's exactly what we will be doing from our side too, to make sure that we liberate ourselves, and then the government can now decide what to do from there. That is our only single objective. Mazi, oh yeah, commit yourself. Mazi, are you here? Code the number.
I'm here. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. I want to remind us what these people did. The chicken Edoziaha went, the expert criminal went and canceled our Remembrance Heroes Day. And I quote, he said that he replaced it with our Independent Day. So at that time, immediately our leader, you know how this expert criminal plan to destroy everything our leader labored for when he was kidnapped. So they have planned everything. Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. So they planned everything, how to destroy everything our leader labored for. And he came out to say that our Heroes Day is cancelled and he's replacing it with our Independent Day. We were asking them which independence. In fact, these people, they were messing with our brain then. And even in my zone, where I was, you know, that time they said nobody should listen to Simon Ekpa. So I was asking them for what reason? For what reason? They said I should obey command and control. Command and control. That's okay. If there is any reason we shouldn't listen to Simon Ekpa, I think he should make it known, because our leader never asked us not to listen to anybody. All he does is, if he see anybody that is a bad person, he will expose the person evidence-basedly, and nobody will tell, after the exposition, nobody will tell you what to do. That is what our leader does. So if there's anything for us not to listen to someone, let us know. They say I shouldn't ask this. So then I left. They removed me from the zoo. I told them go to hell. Today, I must tell you the truth. I saw two of these people, you know, they are trying to come close to me because everything I told them happening, you know. So, and one of them, you know, when somebody is somehow guilty conscious somehow, you know how you feel, but they know how to come up. I told them to come in. If I know that you are in fact you are regretting your actions, but come close. You know what messes a man? What messes a man is when you criticize someone. That is why they spread this Koiki Media and my God, the way you criticize people for years and find out that they're actually doing the right thing, and you come out openly and acknowledge your mistake and embrace those people to move on in what they're doing. That's what makes a man. But when you criticize and you find out that your criticism you are actually wrong, and if you ego, in fact they don't want to come out. They don't want to come out for people to see that you are wrong and to project that that kind of people. They are not man. They're not man enough. So that is why many people today, they have seen that our prime minister, actually doing the right thing. They're speaking back. They're speaking on background. They don't want to come up. And some of them who, like some of these idiots who are commenting trash on social Twitter about our gallant men, they are this Fulani blood that can never change. They are this Fulani blood that can never change. Every true Igbo man, true Igbo blood, that's mistakenly deviated and see the truth, have the heart to come back, but the Fulani blood can never change. So my people, these people, they have done something that we can never forgive them. And anybody who try to bring anything rubbish of how we're going to be dealing with them, that person will join. And if you're a father, if you're a wife, or you're a daughter, you're a son, and you know that your husband is doing evil, and you did not expose your husband, I want to tell you that you will join your husband. And if you're adults, except only the teenage ones, but you're adults who know what is good and right, and what is good and bad, you meet your father to demand for some make some requests, and you can never even advise your father for what he's doing that is affecting your fellow citizens. And also, you never come public, you never expose your father. I want to tell you that we can never forgive you. We can never go scot free. We must deal with these people. You know, I was blaming China before. They made us I was hating China when I learned how they are dealing with their saboteurs. But now I'm loving these people. I am loving them so much. They're actually doing the right thing. You know, instead you allow few people to with their evil blood to destroy thousands. It's better you remove those. You cut the cancer. You cut them off on time to avoid polluting the thousands. You know, they did the right thing. Now I'm loving them, and I believe we are going to do that. If we love our children and unborn generation, if we don't want them to to be enslaved when we might have joined the world for ancestors, we don't want them for all the we have labored for to be destroyed. We must cut every cancer, every iota. We must attach to the true sons and daughters of the soil. Every saboteur, every infiltrated blood must not be allowed to remain in our land, because these people, their intent was to exterminate our race. And those kind of people, you can never, they don't, if you're trying to be political correct, or trying to do to be holier than thou, or to be that kind of humanistic values, you know, value, then you are destroying your own children, your children. Yes, if you allow few people, you want to allow them, they will pollute the thousands of unborn children, and we can never allow that. We are going to build a solid system that will last 1,000 years for our children. That we're going to do that. And foundation that no enemy will penetrate, whatever it takes. And we shouldn't look face. If he's my brother, I said it till now, whom I love so much, even in grave, is my mother, my parents. I love them so much. But if they were alive and any of them stand on the way of what we're doing, I will be the one to lead the way to get them destroyed. Because personal interest, that family interest, will also affect our children in future if we fail to get rid of it and embrace general interest. Thank you, my comrades. We must continue. Biafra Republic, peace,
Unity, progress, and equity.
Thank you.
PUPE. PUPE.
What?
Is that
What is that?
PUPE? Peace, unity, progress, and equity.
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. I think we should try to always remind us when we are co-host or host to remind our speakers, because we need to set example for others, you know. And a time come, I think again, our national anthem. I don't think most of us here we need to do something like that. That's all, no, because hey. I know it before, but I don't think I remember all now. We have to test ourselves on that too, because we need to.
We need to shorten it too. We don't need to. It's long. It's good. It's so long. There is like this shorter version. That's the one we need to learn, not the long.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
The first stanza is okay.
Yeah, it's so long. It is so long, and I mean it's easy to learn, but it's still so long because I know that usually your national anthem you don't sing everything because nobody have that time. You sing
Exactly.
the first.
Stanza.
Uh, yeah, you sing the first stanza or maybe the first and last, and then you call it a day.
Yeah.
We move. Thank
Move.
you. Who else we got in the house? I believe our Minister of Information is sleeping.
Please, sir, please, please. I hope we know that our Prime Minister, who is committed to save the protect our vulnerable Biafrans, has deployed our BLA and ESN in Uzo to meet the criminal head on. I hope we are
Yes,
aware
we
of that.
know that. I think
Good,
that was made public yesterday.
good.
Um, yeah, we no longer, they tell you that, oh, there's insecurity in the East. You tell them, you look at the numbers, the numbers tells a different story. The only
That is
insecurity is that the Nigerian government are not having a field day like they normally have. They target insecurity. There is no insecurity in Biafra land. Oh, the only insecurity is that we said that the killer of our people can no longer
killer.
enjoy. Yes, and then they want to. I know that their latest operation Udoka is
Look at
on the way. Yes, I will call it like a Fulani man because that was who called it Udoka. I don't know what Udoka is because that's not a Biafran word. That's not our language. Udoka.
yeah,
Operation Udoka is
Udoka.
that's Fulani. The Fulani was the one that said it. So what we have is Operation Duka Duka.
They're exhibiting their frustration on our people, innocent people. I think they are less our BNA made security alerts from a few days behind. Their new style in kidnapping now. I think we need to remind our people, those who are Biafra lands, could live in like this. This Bubagu them and all these terrorists. They are the one doing it. Okay, I'm not saying that our people are not, but they are the one. Most of them, they are the police. They are the one doing it. This DSS, SAS, those criminals. They will hit if you're moving with all those big cars. They will do they will hit the person at the back small. Just
Our
like, and
people
when you
Our
come back to
people are not the ones doing the kidnapping. They don't kidnap. It is the people doing the kidnapping are what's his name? The Anambra State Vigilante, the Ifeanyi Obamen, Hope Uzodinma men,
and
those that Wike employed.
special criminal.
Um, yeah, special criminal from Asari Dokubo. They are the criminals, and they are not our people. Our people are Umuchukwu Kikabiama,
And
and we
again,
know how we deal with them.
sorry, somebody told that from Owerri to Onitsha, maybe only one checking point or two you see now, because our men are doing great job. Ada go titi na lesule. Onye si na ngo adiri ata ya n'anya. What they do now, they will hide behind the bush. They still keep their bags there now. They will not come for promoter to see them. They will hide. When you come close, they will just rush, come out. And when say they want to search, they used to incriminate our people now. They will maybe put drugs in their hands. They put on gun and hide it inside the motor of the person just to make sure that they incriminate the person. Aware of this.
Well, thank you, Mazoyaga. We must continue. We don't want, the Egyptians we see today, the Fulani killers, those terrorists, those repented terrorists. Soon we will see them no more, and that is what we are hoping for. That is what we are. That is our target.
If I
Is
die
to
today,
not see them,
I will not.
in our barracks.
Fulani can no longer take our land. If I die today, I will be very happy because I know the Fulani can no longer take our land and rape our women. I'm telling you, if I didn't die today, I would be very, very happy. I wouldn't
That's
regret
a
it.
fact.
What a good fight. And Fulani no longer take our land again.
That's a fact. They no longer have a field day. Mazenam, they cannot have succeeded in destroying Fulani. And now they are struggling. The Niger that they thought that uh, Buhari thought that he's going to go and retire, that Niger is now up in smoke. He can no longer retire in Niger. All other African countries are waking up. By the time we are done Fulani, they will have to go back to, even in Sahel, they will be chasing them out from there.
I'm telling
Let's
you.
go to our brother who we got. King, the only king in the house. King, you're welcome.
Hey, thank you, good brother. Nwanne mmadụ, ụwarịkwara gị mma nna, ụwarịkwara gị mma. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, everybody. I greet the house. We got a lot of good men and good women here. Oh, Mazia Barawa, good morning from my side. The first, you know how we do it now. If I don't greet you here, I will greet you the other side. Thank you, everybody. I'm so glad to be here. And we have our ladies. Lady Mrs. Mother Eunice, I see everybody in the house, even those I did not mention their names. My hands, they up for all of honor. The first, you know how to bring me in. Immediately you bring this Operation Duka Duka. Come on, man. I say I have to say something. That was what brought me in. I wanted to be a good listener today. But the insecurity that we have today in the southeast, unquote, of Biafra land, the BLA are dealing with the army. So now they target insecurity. Hence, they cannot rape our women again and kill our people at will. They now could name it insecurity. In other words, their mandate is gone because they have to take over Biafran territory. Now they cannot have it. They just target insecurity. But I thank God that He never abandoned His people. God never abandoned His people. Even after Moses, He sent Joshua to them. That's exactly what happened in our own case. I'm glad there was a newspaper headline that I read today, and that newspaper headline, there was something they called our BLA, deadly killer group or deadly what? I said, wow. Finally, you people have understood that we have. I want to. If you think you people are the people who are deadly, who knows how to kill people, now Prime Minister has made it happen. The zoo has recognized and believed that yes, there are this deadly group. Only that they saw a tip of an iceberg from the video our PM showcased to them. The other so if this is just a showcase, imagine the battalion. The zoo are panicking, but I like Udoka. I like that Operation Udoka. But I hope that they will send Fulanese to our land for that Operation Udoka. Because it will be very, very sad for any Biafran or any Southerner, be it from the Oduduwa, to just bring his ignorant self, ignorant body for the fish in our land to feed on, because definitely it will definitely be food for the fishes. When you go to the bush and you find a lot of grass cutter and antelope, you surely celebrate because you know that you can never leave that forest empty-handed. Let it come. The lands, our lands, need blood. At least what how what can Abraham Amadioha. The first, I know when Amadio Hebeken. I wouldn't do Amadioha. I know when Amadioha.
Amadia, I'm sure.
Okay.
Oh yeah, when
I wouldn't do it. I knew Amadioha. So we're going to use the blood of those people to work in Amadia. And now what join him? I'm glad they come. But let them bring their ginger weed. Then if there is any Biafran so foolish, because we still have many foolish Biafrans in the zoo army. If they'll be that foolish to join them, born in hell. That's the only message. That's the only message I have for them. They should burn in hell. Let them come. Biafran land had been made impregnable by our prime minister and his cabinet. Our cabinet our PM Oyena That's our prime minister. The man that they can defeat. They didn't see him coming, They didn't see that man coming. They thought that after they kidnapped and renditioned our leader. Imagine Malami coming to speak Hausa in national television. Gashidam Boroba, Munkamoshi, Munkamashi, when they nabamu baking chiki. When they nabani abumzuchi, abum mamaike, Munkamashi. The first, you know I speak Hausa?
wow, really? Because the only thing I heard is amo, 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 and I'm like, I don't know. I'm just
I
that's
speak
the only thing
Hausa.
I heard.
No, Munkamoshi. No, that day they brought our leader back to the zoo. Malami was speaking Hausa in a press conference. So that was language he was speaking to them. Kamashi means they have caught him. Munkamashi. So Garuba Shehu was the one who said that was the end of Biafra agitation. They didn't know that God's time is the best. That the ways of God is not the way of man. They didn't know that what is coming behind them is Abaja.
Zamu had it so I
Banjiba?
Nache bada Zamu had it so I Mamuba
Oh, Zamu Chibro Ubansu. Zamu Chibro Ubansu.
Zamu
Zamu Chibro
chicken
Ubansu.
yes right. That
Zamu
is
Chibro
that
Ubansu. Za Shisho Uwantu.
na shiri ya muna jira to
Za
agada
abin da suka yi wa zamu kona gidansu.
oh
Zamu kona gidansu. Saboda duk wanda mun kace zamu kona gidan shi.
Allah ne ya riga ya ba mu iko ne yayi
I beg, leave
muna
my
jira to
brother
ai
so. Oh, leave my brother so. First, I greet everybody there, please.
ba da mu ai
Let me drop my bada mu ke shekana ji sosai.
hey ni da rewa ne ai haba to ba abun da za su ce ni ma na iya abun a fulata ai ina jin fulata ina jin hausawa ina jin kaje ina jin kagoro ai
If it's outside, who can listen, if it's a Fulani, we don't want to hear that thing from here. We don't want to hear this.
Mazi onye ka nwayo, mazi onye ka nwayo.
Sai sun magana zan ga masu abin da suka faɗa.
Don't you know, mazi onye ka, enweghị ihe Biafra na-enweghị o. There is nothing we do not have. In a situation like this, there are many people who don't know that I speak this language.
You can manage it. You can manage it.
No problem. Day of judgment. One day, some of us will be amongst them, and they will be thinking that nobody hears Hausa. Then, when the time reach, we will tell them, say, "Will they hear?" Thank you, everybody. I use the mic from here. I use the mic from here.
Thank you. Thank you. Hausa, that Fulani is Fufude. Fufude, that is Hausa. By the way. it's they were gallivanting. Actually, in a real sense, 2 years ago was a horrible. For Biafrans, it was horrible. Um, it was so horrible that a lot of people,
What is doing was doing in Imo State then? How about Kiano?
a lot of
Oh,
people, a lot of people, a lot of people were lost hope, and they were speaking the Lai Mohammed or the other one, Attorney General Malami. They were enjoying it. Oh, the end of Biafra struggle, and they were doing this,
that's not what
but
that
we
moment
didn't.
said. That moment said they
Mute
want to work.
yourself.
Hey. Oh, and that thing really, what do you only say that? In fact, people, hey, Simon, good guy. God bless you.
Yeah,
God bless you.
mute yourself. So yeah, they were enjoying it, having fun, and they didn't know that they were actually doing us a favor. Because when you look at it now, it seems like they did us a favor without even knowing it. Because they helped in making God's work to come to fruition. Because now we have been able to identify the criminals in the struggle, those people that never ever wanted Biafra to come in the first place, those people that wanted to destroy the struggle. So we will say thank you to Fulani, but they will still collect their woto.
Absolutely.
They will still collect their woto. Let's go to Sasolo and then Anthony. Sasolo, meet yourself.
Most time, sorry for interjecting. Sorry for interjecting. Most time, I was not asking. Imagine that we have someone like Simon earlier of this struggle. You understand how things would have
Hello?
been?
They would have leveled an allegation and kicked him out.
They may use black men to kick him out. Oh. God will do something at the right time. At right time. In fact, God, cannot do.
Hello? Hello?
We can hear you. Go ahead,
We
Sasolo.
can hear you. Go ahead.
Oh, good evening, everybody. You guys are trying so hard. I like that. This is just after one. I've slept and woke a little while, and I saw men gathering in space. And I look at the topic. I said, beautiful. I just want to just share with you guys. I want to compliment you guys for what you're doing. You're doing great. And I want to let you know that what you're doing, God, Chukwukika Biama, will reward all of us in the name of Chukwukika Biama. The time you spend, your money you spend, will never be in vain. This time waiting, it look like we're like a children under the moonlight game, doing something serious. It looked like playing, but it's serious. Doing something, fighting for the freedom of our people. The slave past of our forefathers and ancestors now want to fulfill it and make sure we all be free. It's a very good thing. I look at the topic that I put together here. It's a blur surface, everything quiet. Why? Neither youth tomorrow fail already. A beautiful topic. And I took time to put it on an article. Please allow me to read it a while. The topic is Biafra Liberation Army. Surprising emergence leave Nigeria in silence. Exploring reason Nigerian youth are wait. In a shocking turn of events, the Biafra Liberation Army BLA unexpectedly surfaced in Nigeria, a nation usually bursting with activity and noise, suddenly fell eerily quiet. This surprising occurrence has left many wondering about the reason behind this sudden silence. In this article, we will delve into various factors that might have contributed to this unexpected turn of events. Biafra Liberation Army traces its root back to Nigerian Civil War, which we all know, which lasted 67 to 70. At that time, the Biafrans sought independence from Nigeria and established the Republic of Biafra. The conflict resulted in immense suffering and loss of life. However, the dream of an independent Biafra never faded away. One of the most significant factors contributing to the silence in Nigeria following the emergence of the black is the delicately balanced social political climate.
Can hear you. Can hear you.
Sasolo, are you there?
No, they don't take him down, but he will come back. I
All right.
promise.
I think
While
that
we
is
are
his network. I think it's his network.
waiting on Sasolo, let's go to Anthony. Anthony, unmute yourself. Anthony, are you here still?
Yes, I'm here. Yes, I'm here. I'm trying to
Go ahead.
unlock my. Yeah, what they're saying, I have a friend that came back from Nigeria that says, when you're traveling in the night, like what my brother was saying, you will see roadblocks from the military, but they will not be there. They will be inside the bush. They will not open that roadblock. They will expect you from your car to come down to open it, and they will come out. Immediately you come down to open it, to pass them, they come out. And this is the way they always kidnap people. My friend said because he was going with some of his brother that is in the force. So they saw his badge, they opened the thing and let him go. And if they're saying that if they don't see such a thing, they may kidnap you from there, take you inside the bushes, and they start asking you bring your phone. They start calling your people that people have kidnapped you. Then they will say kidnappers. Most of them is the military doing all those things on that road. So our people should know that people saying that it's Biafrans that is kidnapping all these things. It's the military. They know what they're doing. That's why they're calling the kidnappers. So our brothers that is going home or that is around home, if you're going in the night, you better stay home in the night and don't go out to say that you want to go this or that, because he was traveling from Olu to Owerri then. So that's what happened to him. So it's just what I want to tip in, And our brother that says that the judgment they will get. I remember show promoter. There's one man that went to say he's a hunter. Then he went to the bush and saw a woman that is having labor. The woman have a baby, and the man cut all the 3 hairs of those people. When they go take him to court, they told him that they should they asked the judge said, "I will kill your wife, I will kill your children, I will kill you." And the wife said, "Oh, not my God, they bring meat at the chop." The judge tell him, say, "Today God don't bring your own meat." Now, so they go do those people that is not listening to what is going on now. And when that time come, both to the wife who doesn't tell the husband this thing you're doing is not good, or the children that is not telling their father or brother this thing you're doing is not good. That time, all of them will pay for it. I just hear all these people say that. I say, let me add up on this one so people may know about it. Thank you so much. The first, thank you so much.
Thank you, Machineke, for that. We must continue. Let's see, Sasolo, did they bring him back or is he having connection issue again? All right, Sasolo, I sent you the mic again. We must continue. Who else we got in the house? We have Paul Ezieme. Paul is mostly working. Let's see. King, are you back? I know. Sasolo, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Sorry, that network was so funny. It's terrible on this side. Just like I was saying, as over the year, tension have arisen due to perceived inequality, power struggle, and competition for resources. The emergence of any group defending defenseless Biafran tendency add fuel to this already smearing tension, causing anxiety and apprehension among the people, and most especially the Nigerian government, whose plan is to wipe out a particular race through their already initiated Islamization agenda put together with so many terrorist groups to harness their plan properly. has come to a total disappointment and destruction without headway. Governments across the world are vigilant when it comes to issue of national security and territorial integrity. Nigeria is no exception. In the wake of Blair's sudden appearance, the Nigerian government might have swiftly implemented security measures to suppress any potential upheaval or violence. This crackdown could have led to the increased security presence on the street, resulting in a subdued atmosphere. The fear of potential reprisal or crackdown might also have led criticism to adopt a caution and quiet demeanor. Nigeria, known as Giant of Africa, unquote, is a continent most populous country and has a significant presence in international economic activity. Any instant of instability has the potential to disrupt the country's economic growth and development. The emergence of Biafra Liberation Army with a total freedom agenda could have triggered concern among citizens and investors alike about the potential economic consequences. This fear might have led to a collective state of quietude as people contemplate the uncertainty that lies ahead. In time of political and social unrest, government often impose restrictions on media outlets to control the flow of information. Nigeria, like many other countries, has experienced limitation on press freedom in past. Restriction on reporting or censorship might have contributed to the quietness observed across the country as citizens remain uninformed about the situation or are unable to express their opinion freely. The sudden emergence of Biafra Liberation Army in Nigeria has had a profound impact on nation, resulting in an unexpected silence. Various factors, including historical undercurrent, the current social-political climate, government crackdown, fear of instability, and media restriction, could be contributing to this phenomenon. All stakeholders need to address underlying issues that have led to this silence, promote dialogue, and work toward a peaceful resolution, ensuring that the nation does the needful and prosperous for all citizens. Nigerian youth await judicial disappointment tomorrow. As I said, why the corrupted old man take up gardening? Because he had no moral compass. But he knew one thing for sure: money doesn't grow on tree, but it does sprout from under the table. Military tanks have been rolled out to prevent the Labour Party to seek alternative means of expression, potentially leading to protest, demonstration, or civil unrest. Will they restore confidence among Nigerian youth tomorrow and the wider population? As Nigerian youth eagerly await verdict in the LP and APC election tribunal case, there is a concern that judiciary may be disappointed in its handling of the crucial matter. According to them, the outcome of this case has the potential to either impart hope or confidence or deepen disillusionment among Nigerian youth. It is therefore too expensive to ask the judiciary to demonstrate integrity, transparency, and fairness in its decision making, ensuring that justice is served and the faith of youth in Nigeria democratic institution is maintained, knowing very well by President that Nigeria judiciary is a sham and never keep to the law. I rest my case, my brother, and I want to stop here. Thank you very much. Ndewo Muchineke.
Can you use that your voice to say onye ndị Europa locally na-eche ndụ ya nche ụmụ Igbo unu alalụkwa n'ụla? Can you say that?
Onye chi ya ịgba okirikiri na-eche ndụ ya nche.
Onye ndị iro gbara okirikiri
Yes.
na-eche ndụ ya nche mgbe niile.
Yes.
Ụmụ Igbo unu alalụkwa n'ụla?
Ndewo.
Can you say that? Because I like that your voice.
onye ndị ilo ịgba okirikiri na-eche ndụ ya nche always, all the time. Ọ dị alara ụla. Ọ na-adị very ọ na-enwechapụ anya dịka cockroach.
Thank you much, Chineke.
Thank you, my brother. Ndewo.
Continue.
Okay.
There were. Who else we got in the house? Ben Chucks, are Are you still with us? Benchooks or Chucks or Benchooks? All right, who else we got in the house? We got a lot of people in the house. Man, nobody want to sleep. Nobody want to sleep. But we'll continue. We'll continue. Tomorrow is gonna be. I don't know how many people are gonna jump into the lagoon in Lagos. I don't know how many people are gonna die, but we will expect the unexpected because you know it's not like anything is going to happen. I honestly don't think anything will happen.
Okay.
I don't think anything will happen. It didn't happen when they were being killed. Just trying to vote. Wike was killing them, and yeah, I don't think it didn't happen when they announced. When they after rigging the election, um, they announced Tinubu as the winner. He didn't do anything, and you think anything will happen now? You know, it's funny that everybody always say that Tinubu rigged the election. Tinubu wasn't the only person that rigged the election. It was just that he was the one with the most money and had a lot of INEC officials, including the chairman of INEC, loyal to him, and he rigged the most. But he wasn't the only one. Obi was rigging in Enugu State, inside church. Atiku was rigging, cooking the numbers up in the north. They were all rigging. Shawore became angry because he couldn't rig.
The
Shawore,
first,
another
the
criminal
first,
that Nigeria groomed. Yes.
yeah, the first you call it ringing. I don't call it ringing. What I call it appointed. They appoint Nigerian leaders.
No. We're saying where the numbers came from, right? They cooked the numbers, cook it.
Yeah, that is what they call appoint. Just put the number there because they will tell you what to write. So
Tinubu was in the was cooking his own numbers.
yeah,
Obi was in the east, cooking his own numbers. Um, what's his name? Atiku
yeah,
was also cooking his own in the north.
yeah. But they
Shawore didn't. He doesn't have money. He doesn't have what it takes. He's a sabo. The biggest sabo is Shawore. Because doesn't have what it takes, he came out to start crying. After going and validating Nigeria election fraud that they call election, which you could just call selection, he came to social media to cry. He went to see Mazen Namdekano. Why is Sowore going to see Mazen Namdekano? After attacking our prime minister, after
those,
attacking,
those,
yeah.
those things are staged. This is planned. This is what they just like look at what
Pro,
Anambra State governor did.
yeah,
Anambra State from the beginning. He comes there when he was, but they say I would let the Biafra go this and that. When he goes over there, he say no. How many people did he kill in Anambra State? And they tell you Biafra will never happen. That's what they say. But when they come, these are staged. So when do we open our eyes and see what is happening? Then I say we no longer kids, we grown, then we have to stand up for ourselves. Instead of us calling it, I don't spare the word. I call it what it is and for what it is. We have
Carol
to
White.
yeah,
Yeah, go
forget
ahead.
about these people and do what is needful at this point. Kill and get
Ca-
them down.
I think Carol White was the one that sent Shawore to go and visit Mazen Namdekano. And then
Hopefully.
probably now,
Hmm.
because what do you think Shawore will come out and say once he go in
Uh,
there? Mazen Namdekano didn't say no sit at home. That was what Shawore will come out and tell us. Another clue.
exactly. Hmm.
Another crook. Shawore is the biggest sabo. He's the biggest sabo.
Be- because all of them are after the money.
He's
Just
after the money.
look at the barristers. Look at what they
Another
do.
looter.
Eh?
Shawore is another looter in waiting. He's waiting to get his own opportunity to loot.
Yeah,
Biggest
that's what.
criminal.
That's all they
Yeah.
want is that
Yeah.
money. Give them the money, like all these ones that are making the noise up and down. Now, let me get their phone number and I call them. Say, hey, I need you to go so place and take 30 million. You will see them. They will change their mind right now.
Shawore is the biggest looter. He will try to tell you Nigerians take it back. The youth are angry. The youth are this. They're gonna do this and that. At the end of the day, the same Shawore will go and then validate the election. You're asking him, how does this idiot reason? Because he doesn't reason. It's all a game. It's a scam.
Yeah,
It's a scam. Just to.
that's
He's
who
the
they
biggest
are.
scam.
Yeah, they're
I
following their
honestly.
master.
I despise Sowore. He's one of those people that I hate. I don't hate people, but I hate people that are two-faced. Two-faced people. I hate them. That is what Sowore is. His Sahara News will be reporting junks, and he'll be, he'll be saying you that, oh, Mazen Namdekano hasn't committed any crime, but he will go to his own Sahara News and then report junk. He's the same. He wasn't he part of the people saying that we are the one killing, doing the killing in the east. But then,
Exactly. The
when the
first is
report, when the report came out that it was Buhari and he's a Bubag, what did he do? Did he go back to
exactly.
do a reporter? No.
Right.
More than sabotage. More than sabotage. What sabotage?
And
Sabo.
nobody put. You see, we did not even put more energy in spreading that word for them to know, but they didn't say nothing about it. I
Yeah.
was so happy as our information minister came out today was telling us about that meeting they have in Umuahia. Do you see it? Both all the AJs and all these nonsense people they say they are our elite. Look at what happened.
Shawore is the brown envelope media.
I'm sure
He
you
followed the
know
money.
Sabo,
He
your
followed
Sabo.
the money.
Yeah,
I
I hate
honestly think if this was our Umuna meeting, I would have told you guys what I heard about Shawore. Why he speaks, he talks in the morning, in the afternoon he will change he
Brother,
will be talking something different.
Both sides
give
of
to
their
Caesar
mouth.
what
Huh?
the first 1 minute. Please give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar and to God what belongs to God. It is time for Humana meeting. Please wake up our minister.
Our minister is sleeping. Shawore is the biggest
Somebody
sabo.
has to wake him. Somebody has to
For
wake him
Woto
up so
Woto.
that we will
I
just do
need a
our thing.
special squad for
We
Woto
do our,
Woto. I'm telling
we do
you,
our thing,
we
please.
just
We
get
do
their
our thing. We have many
intels
to talk
and
about.
I will be able
We
to
have
do
many to
what
talk about.
is the
We have many
needful.
things.
I am no longer waiting for romancing again. Time of romance have gone. We need to do the needful so that our ground will be quiet.
If Sawore wants to, talk to Mazi, let him come to Biafra land and scream one Nigeria. He will collect. We hate Sabo.
I'm talking about our
We
own
have.
in-house. I'm not talking about
We already doing Operation Clean the House.
I need
That is the
I
Edwakanon,
need it faster.
and
I need it faster. If you need if
it's already
you
happening.
need if you guys need
Uh,
something from me, let me know. I need it faster. I'm not biting my tongue. I need it. Let them get it.
it's already happening. Whatever you need to do, make sure you're doing it to the Biafra Liberation
What
website. That's
you
what
know
you
that
need to
I
do.
will never be I
The
will never come last. That one will never happen.
the the Edwakanon has already started. It actually started before it was the State of the Nation. If everybody is collecting. When was the last time you heard Mba scream like a madman. You know, it's gonna intensify and it's gonna get um, you know, understand that we have priorities and the government has we are prioritizing because we can never lose focus on why we are fighting. Those guys are not, in as much as they are sabo, but we have the bigger picture and our eyes remain on the ball. And trust me, everybody will collect. Sooner or later, they will all collect.
I'm telling you,
Everybody.
they will collect
Sooner,
water.
everybody will collect. Sooner or later, you know, when the prime minister was making that announcement, he said it may not be today, may not be tomorrow, may not be in a week, but or 2 weeks or a month. But one thing we assure them is that they will collect. And you know, I can testify, I can tell Biafrans that they are collecting. You know, when they collect, they are
I
not gonna
can't
come
wait.
and tell you I collected. Though
I can't wait for Abia State because I am so eager to hear the news from Abia.
that is where we, you see Abia, you see Rivers. That is where we have the biggest sabo.
Yeah, yes,
Abia and Rivers.
that is
Abia and Rivers. That is where we have the biggest sabo.
crazy.
That is where we have the biggest sabo.
This
Um,
the states that's supposed to be the leading state. This is
they are
crazy.
not. I honestly think that you know, my opinion. Oh, so make una know say this is my opinion. I honestly think that maybe it is the name. We need to once Biafra is restored, we need to change that name. Maybe it's something that is making them behave that way to become the biggest sabo.
Abia,
Because
Abia. We need to
Which
change
state?
it.
Abia,
You
Abia,
are right.
Which
We
state?
we need to
Which
Abia,
change
state?
that name. Abia. So what are we
Abia.
hearing for?
Who is coming? I don't know. I don't know who
That
came.
we're not supposed to be anything. We need for real.
No, no. Maybe it's because of the name that they
Yeah,
became the biggest
it's
chieftains
affecting the
of
brain.
Fulani.
You're 100%
Are we,
right.
have we activated the woman meeting?
No, we haven't. The minister has to wake up.
Okay.
The minister has to wake up. Let's see who's else is in the house. Who's in the house? Who let the dogs
Yeah,
out? Who?
advice.
Who? Who?
Yeah.
Who? Oh, who's the dog? Oh, that is Shetima. Shetima is the one that is
Uh,
Shetima. I don't know. Did he rape anybody recently?
did you did you hear the latest news about Mr. GDP?
Is it Obi? Do we have another one?
Mr. GDP now?
Yeah, nobody knows where he. Oh, I went to his. I didn't go to his Twitter handle, but somehow, Aisha and the Obi keep popping up on my um, on my feed, and he's saying something. You know, I don't like to do this. I'm not this, like the gentleman that they claim that Obi is, and that he's just lamenting there because they know that tomorrow a lot of people will receive. Here's what will happen tomorrow, guys. The tribunal will make their judgment. People will be burned down. They're going to burn down this. They're going to say they bought and they're going to use to destroy Nigeria. They're going to tell you that they're going to do. They're not going to do anything.
You know, car being driven with mouth
Here's
doesn't
what
have
will happen.
doesn't need to have accident.
Here's what will happen after they go and then because the Nigerian government, they are not idiots.
Absolutely. Network. Mr. GDP is tapping. He's tapping a network. Mr. GDP. Aisha.
It look like the first is going to take advice.
Mr. GDP is network.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. You getting their advice?
The first, in regards to tomorrow is just that there are some foolish people who still believe that a dead man will still rise up again. But the election was done 2015, which our leader rightfully says so.
My
That it
internet
was.
is not that great.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, you can be heard.
So what is going to be what they will do tomorrow is
Lord
just
have
to
mercy.
what they're going to do tomorrow is just to tell the masses this is our conclusion since 2015. There is nothing like verdict. The verdict has been made since 2015. They will only do proclamation because
Yeah.
even the devil knows that Tinubu is the president of the zoo. Tinubu is ready to sell everything in Nigeria and to make sure that he remains there. You know that there are some people who are very foolish. There are some people who are very foolish who still believe that is something that will come out of that election tribunal or election nonsense. These people are very foolish. Election tribunal.
They will send can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear
Yes.
you. Go ahead.
Yeah, they will send Obi out. They will send him out to go and calm things down. Obi will come on national television and tell you that for the sake of peace, you know, let's wait for 2031.
Mhm.
According to Batman advice.
And
That is what's gonna happen.
they will give him one position or the other. Watch out.
Nah, he's not gonna take a He's you know Obi. He's a chameleon, right? Obi is a chameleon,
Yeah.
political chameleon. He's not
That
gonna
chameleon.
take a position. He's not gonna take a position, but from the back, he's gonna be collecting his money.
Exactly.
He's gonna be collecting his money. He's a political chameleon,
Even
a
the
dog.
youth got youth. The slaves. Peter Obi, I'm not gonna forgive you. Me.
The first, has anybody pondered why Obi did not spend his one dime in this campaign? When you ask him, he say,
Because
"Yes, we don't give shishi. We don't give shishi." He knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing.
he's smart.
Hey, we don't give
He's
shishi. We don't give
smart.
shishi. He knew that he would never win the zoo election. They only want him
Mhm.
to bring more people to believe in the zoo. That's all. They want people
No,
to
no.
believe in the zoo.
Believe in the zoo, to give them hope, to make the international community believe that this election that is gonna be something that is gonna
Yeah. He
change
wants
the fabric of the nation, to change the system, to give them false hope.
to wash their
That was
face, to wash their dirty linens, and to bring more Biafrans to Nigeria. And he
Who are
succeeded.
not consistent.
Many of our people jump into obedience, talking nonsense, but they never knew that once a prophet has made a word, God has already ordained it. The zoo is redeemable, and the Obi will never rule, but Tinubu will be their last president. Tinubu is the last man that is going to answer Nigerian president. Believe me, because Nigeria will end in the hands of Tinubu. The zoo must be
Yes,
destroyed in the hands of Tinubu.
you may not even although we may not even reach the end of the year. I'm not saying, but he's nearest to grave. He's the life support. Somebody who is on life support. Can't you see all the wire connect on his grave everywhere?
actually, here's what was gonna happen. I'm not gonna say this because I don't want to give them hint, but I actually made a bet with somebody of what the fate of what's gonna befall the zoo. And it's let's just say that Biafra is more closer than anybody think.
Yeah.
That's what I will say there, because I don't want to tell them so that they go and listen to this audio and then be like, oh, they know what we know. No, so let them continue. And Does anybody know what's going on in Niger? Are they still going to war, or are they not going to war?
They can go. They cannot go to war. Burkina Faso already gone.
Which army? Which army? Does the zoo has army? Zoo has no army. Zoo has no army.
ECOWAS have army.
ECOWAS is zoo. ECOWAS is zoo. Zoo is ECOWAS. ECOWAS is zoo.
ECOWAS have already backed down for a long time. Don't you see
No.
that Russia have backed Niger?
They have to. They cannot go back.
That's what
They must no. They cannot go back. They
They
must
must
fight
go
this
to that
fight.
war. You are correct.
They
You are
must.
correct.
They
You are
must
correct.
go to that
They
war.
must go to that war. They must.
No,
They
they
must invade
they
Niger.
must go
They
to
must
Niger.
invade Niger. They must invade
They
Niger.
did not even use front to go back. They used backward to go back.
They must invade Niger. They must and after invading Niger, they must go over to Gabon. They must go over to Gabon because next stop now is Cameroon. Anụkwara m kepu na Cameroon na-eme warm up. Nna, the first kpọrọ anyị ga-ana our normal program na kpọte our Minister of Information si ya na time ya agwụla. I think I have his number. Let me see if I can wake Minister of Information off because almost everybody here, the house is full already. And the first, there are many. Where is the first? The first.
I'm here.
Ofukugen na co-host, Ofukugen na listener. Are you by any means entering the other room?
I'm a monitoring spirit.
I told you he's receiving advice.
No, because I know that. Because I don't want. Since the host is sleeping, I want to also activate the other account in case of this one drops me.
Let me
our minister, are you awake with us or are you sleeping?
Let me reach out to him to see if I can just disturb his movement this night because I know he must be busy. Let me go and disturb him.
Who are you disturbing?
He has a conference with Obi today now before the announcement.
Who?
I'm talking of information minister now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that may be true. Yes.
you know, Obi always gets advice from the madman.
Well, this time around, he's gonna get it from the information minister.
Exactly. That's what I.
Maybe that will help him.
Exactly, so that he will know what he doesn't know.
Obi will say, for the sake of peace, I have decided to withdraw from the election.
Politics is not worth the life of any citizen. So for that reason, let us wait for 2079.
So that will be the statement Obi will make. Anybody that want to, that is what's gonna happen.
Nigerian politics not worth any Nigerian blood. So let us go and wait for 1979.
And then let's support the current president to build nation and make Nigeria great again. He will go behind and collect his money.
Ghana and Aisha will kiss
Aisha will be the one right there holding his hand. That will be on the left holding his hand. The other hand, Charlie Boy will be behind, doing what he does from behind.
No, the first, this thing you're saying about Obi and what he will say, it will just be like good luck Jonathan that said that no Nigerian's blood is bigger than his winning. And then after he has lost, Buhari came and massacred everybody.
No,
But
this is exactly
no,
what's going to happen.
that is exactly what is going to happen. Obi is going to come and make them shut up. Then this guy will now sell Nigeria because he's not interested in killing. His vice is the one interested in killing. Tinubu is interested in selling the country. His vice is interested in killing everybody. So there's going to be going to be a very chaotic situation that they're going to have in that country in 2 minutes. Everybody should just get ready for this movie. It's going to be a very interesting movie.
Of course. You know, I've already bought my popcorn. I'm gonna put it on a microwave, and then the movie tomorrow. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting because we're gonna witness something that we've seen happen time and time again. It's just that Nigerians they don't learn.
Up and
They don't
down.
learn.